Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking talking shit with Eagle, episode 401. How you guys doing tonight? Today, depending on how you look at it, I guess I'm doing pretty well. Got me playing in the background here in my ear. Wow. There we go. Got the other me in my ear muted. Yeah, that was weird. Got chat popped out. Probably everybody over in Future Canvas channel hanging out, watching the Breeders channel. Cheers, Australian girl, for coming and hanging out. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, skinny this up. Modern Genetics, cheers to you. Johnny Tennessee, light up again. Tim, cheers, cheers. How you guys doing? This Chicha B. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Gotta get some going here. Take some puffs. Rush all day, all day. It's time to hang out with some fun folks. Most hated grower. Nice to see you, my friend. Cheers. Cheers all around. Nothing happened today, but I just snagged. We're smoking a little bit out of the bong tonight. Camera's with it all over there. Cheers, Jack Greensock. How you doing, my brother? See if I can get this camera. There we go. There's a little bit more of a better angle for me. How you doing, John? Justin's Meds. All 12 of us watching. How you guys doing? One thumbs down already. Appreciate that. Why not? Why not welcome the thumbs down, right? Where the fuck did that bud go? I just snagged off of there. Can't believe I already lost the bud. Well, grab another, right? Right? Grab another. That's what I'm going to do. A little nug. Again, straight off the drying rack. Forget trimming it. How you guys, how was your day? What are you smoking on? Please let me know. We'll tell you about your bong. I need a new one. It glows too. I wish I could show you, but the whole like snake part of it and the mouthpiece glows when you take it in the dark. Kind of cool. I must say. Did have an early morning, or he hop in. Cheers, Jack. I can understand that. No worries. I was actually going to wait until later to go live, but I figured, hang out for a bit. Maybe do an early ending. Who knows? Johnny Tennessee popping in. Yeah, it glows. It's really cool. Should take a shot of it with it glowing. Miss Naughty Nikki, how you doing? We nerd for life. Mr. Cannaseed, how you doing, my friend?
What's up, brother? How you doing, Eagle? Good to see you.
Pretty good. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you as well.
How's that work treating you on that side?
Oh, not bad, man. Things are actually looking up all around that thing. So, awesome. Thanks for asking. How's things over on your side of the world?
Oh, pretty good. Oh, shit. Heard some news today. Over in China, there was a bunch of people inside of a building, and that
I think you're cutting in and out, Johnny. Can't tell if it's you or if it's me, my friend.
It's probably me. I'm sure it's me. Yeah.
dig that shirt. I dig that
Yeah,
shirt, man.
I love this shirt. It's a great shirt.
Gonna
I
have to
get
get you.
compliments on it.
Gonna have to get you over one of the fucking talking shit with Eagle out. I grew some versions.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of compliments on that one too. Both of them have gotten a lot of really good compliments, and I've got the T-shirt guy more than happy. So I seen him today. He's like, "You want more shirts?" I'm like,
Made yourself a new
let's see.
friend.
Yeah. I think I'm actually gonna maybe hit him up for some tank tops. I'd like to get a couple tank tops. Summertime, man. Get a tank top. I think it'd be cool. Why
Yeah,
not?
definitely. Yeah, shoot. I went to a doctor's appointment the other day, and he said that things are looking good as far as the way things are progressing, as far as getting the workman's comp stuff followed through and everything. And I said to him, I said, so I told him what I said to my lawyer, and he says, I don't know if I would be jumping all over your lawyer. He is trying to help you. So he told me to use a little bit more sugar from now on instead of souring it up with salt and pepper, and you know. So I got to work on that. It just gets at you after a while. Delays. It looks like it delayed again. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. This ain't good. All right, I'm going to leave. I'm going to come back, see if that works.
It was me, Johnny. It was me. Oh no. He'll be back. He'll be back. There we go. Different view. Still internet problems on my end. What's up, Dustin Bean? How you doing? Johnny, can I see you popping back in? Excuse me. Probably next month for you guys. What's up, Johnny? Are you there?
I got me a new SIM card today. But it's working.
Nice.
Yeah.
This time it was. I think this last time it was me, Johnny, because the computer connection fell off for some reason.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been having problems with my phone lately. I've been talking to AT&T about it. I got an appointment tomorrow at the Apple store. I'm gonna go down there and see if they can't get these functions working properly, because I get dropped calls. I only got like 2 bars on my internet connection, so there's got to be a reason for that, you know. Even when I'm at the store connected to their Wi-Fi, I've only got 2 bars. That's kind of pathetic.
That is a little weird. It almost sounds like it's hacked, but I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something going on with the phone or something. So when I go down to the store, I'll see if they can't figure out what's going on.
Cheers, 697 313. CW. Lexi's having some weird shit going on with her phone right now too. It's weird. I'd have to kind of let her explain it. Basically, what she's saying is like right around, we're having internet problems anyway. That's weird, right? Fucking,
Yeah.
she told me this started last night, that, like out of the blue, right around the show time, her YouTube is saying it's being blocked by a server. And when like she tries to search the show, it hardly shows any of the episodes. And when she clicks on it, it like treats her like she's not supposed to be there, I guess. Like everything's restricted. She can't comment on anything or whatever. Then you wake up in the morning and back to normal. How
That's
weird is
interesting
that?
because during midday today, I'm not exactly sure what time, but YouTube was unable to promote their, I mean, they couldn't send out their stuff. So I think they were actually having issues today. There was a lot of different, like Facebook, Twitter, a lot of different ones that had issues. It was like it was down for a minute or something like that. So I'm wondering if that solar hack or whatever that was, solar flare hack or whatever it was. I wonder if they didn't get into everything, you know? And we might be going through all kinds of crazy stuff here pretty soon with all kinds of different stuff. Matter of fact, I heard that there might be something going on with the banking here in the next, within this next week or so. Like a hack
That's
on that.
bad news. That's bad. You see,
Yes,
like bank year, like a holiday. Ugh, scary time.
That's what I was hearing today. It was kind of something that was put out on, kind of like as a blip in the system. Something's going to happen. Heck, I heard something was going to happen with the gas before that happened. And then next thing you know, the gas line was shut down. Yeah, I don't trust those guys in the government.
Just gonna ask you
So,
something.
have you
Squirreled out.
have
Go
you
ahead,
got
Johnny.
to try out the non-mask? Have you got to try out the non-mask wearing kind of situations lately?
I haven't been fucking wearing mine ever. I don't think I have. For a brief time. I think we won that fight. I've seen all the masks that were like $6-7 or like clearance 50 cents. Then the people that have got supposedly got their things don't have to wear their masks. Who's to say?
Yep.
I don't know. Except the ones that do have that walk. Almost. I ain't against it.
Yeah. So I just got done chopping down four plants here. I took down one plant a day and a half ago or 2 days ago, and then today I took down my 3 hazes, my crazy hazes. They all went in right there at the same time, so they were right there done. So I'm getting a nice little. My flower room's thinning out a little bit, which is good because I think I had a little bit too much going on in there, not enough air flow. You know what I mean? Too many little plants. So I'm thinking about reducing the amount of plants and increasing the size of them when I'm coming across the good ones that I like. Because I was kind of disappointed when I chopped down a plant and it only filled a tray and a half.
Yeah, that could be a little disappointing. So I briefly remembered what I wanted to say. And I don't want to get on a big rant about this. I don't want nobody to get butthurt. I don't want fucking butthurt. But yes, it's got to be said. Man, you might, you know, I gave them wrenches to a lot of you guys in chat. I see a lot of blue wrenches. There's been a few instances lately where chat's kind of got really on the heated side, and all those blue wrenches just sat back and just let it happen. That's, I gave the wrenches to the people that have wrenches because I felt that they were honored to be here. They would look out, for what was going on. But man, it's kind of bummed to see that, I can't catch a lot of that stuff. And sometimes I almost leave it alone because I don't want to get, I don't know, feel like I'm picking sides a little bit. But man, and I ain't even going to say the instant. Man, there's there's been some people that's been kind of bummed lately about the interactions. I'm not saying it was right or it's wrong, but I'm just kind of on the side. Maybe some people, maybe if it was timed out for a second, maybe it wouldn't have got as far. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some of the wrenches would have did a little timeout. Maybe things wouldn't have got as heated. And the people would have realized they were stepping over a low line. I don't know. But we all kind of view this as a fun place to be, and when people's feelings start getting hurt, then it's not such a fun thing to do. I definitely don't show up to do this to watch people.
Well, I saw something happen. I saw something happening the other night that, I was playing with my plants and stuff, and I came back and I saw something going on, and I asked, what did I miss? Because I didn't know what was going on at that moment.
I can't even say 100% what went on. Yeah, I just kind of that night I got off and I had TMs, and I was kind of like, what the fuck, I obviously missed some shit as well. But again, Lexi kind of said, we could have, mods did nothing. Should have gave me my wrench. That was my wrench slusher. I sure got a wrench slusher about that. But, I do. I just would like to see this community stay the positive community that it's been. You know what I mean? Every so often we're bound to get a hiccup. But again, I just feel rather than, sometimes letting it run on, and more people, either fuel the fire or get upset by what's being said, And again, I want to say this too. This is how I kind of feel about the subject. Is, this is live, and then a lot of times either, the people that are on the show or whatever, there's replays. The chats are going to be replayed. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking that shit down. Quite frankly, sometimes we have to know that it's out there. Even if it weren't replayed, you know what I mean? You can't take the words back. And you can maybe delete the episode. You can do whatever, but those who were there, don't forget. You know what I mean? And that these days with that sticks and stones will break our bones, but words will never hurt us. That couldn't be any further from the truth, man. Mental fucking abuse from words could be fucking.
It's not like that, right?
Real. It's real.
Yeah. I know. I've seen.
I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know there was a show a couple of days back or so, that I did not appreciate what was going on in chat. And it was a lot of the wrenches. So
I don't know. I don't really
I'm not sure what to
understand
say
what
about
happened,
that.
but I just, I want people to be comfortable.
I just think that whenever somebody comes on to show or share their experience, their story, we need to be completely respectful to that person for allowing or for sharing their story. That's very important. And I think every one of the mods need to show that respect as well. Got to be in a neutral kind of a state of mind, if you're modding. So you're not. I mean, because it is a touchy situation when you're having people comment on different things in chat and whatnot. Does get out of hand, man. That could really hurt some people's feelings. Really sway the show in the wrong direction, and that's just not the way it should be. It's always been a respectful show. It's always been. Everybody's been polite in chat, had a few incidents. I think this might be one of those situations where we need to kind of do a check yourself kind of a thing,
I agree. That person actually asked me, some of the people involved, I should say, some of the people involved actually asked for their episodes to be taken down because they no longer want to be part of the community.
Oh man.
And
that's bad. That's not.
I said, I didn't do anything to, anybody, so why do I have to suffer in this mess? You know what I mean? And I was a little bummed out that, I had been thinking that far. Usually, it should be a fun thing. I mean, usually, and that's the thing I don't use either, is, we should be able to joke around and, forgive and forget, I guess. I mean, we should be able to come back the next day with the new attitude. I mean, I had fun again, but, I don't like the fact that people that don't feel like they're welcome for one reason or another. That's for sure. And I don't know. It was sad. Overall, it was sad.
That's not.
It gets to that point. I'm not showing up anymore, flat out. And I behind the scenes told a few people that, for one reason or another, man, the whole. And again, I think I alluded to this on the air, and I think 420, in this same thought I may have been talking about him. But man, 420, the whole day 420, I don't know what it is, but man, that day for me, all in all, was like fucking smoking a carton of cigarettes and full smiling. That was my carton of cigarettes right there. I don't know if I'll ever fucking do that shit again. I don't know. All in all, man, it did really put a strain on my attitude towards the panel shows. And I almost feel like a hypocrite anymore about the panel shows, because when I started this thing, I was very anti-panel. I wanted to keep it to a 4-panel thing, and I let it grow and grow and grow. And then, I've seen it get very disrespectful at a few points. And at them points, I've again behind the scenes, but like, I don't even know what I'm fucking doing this anymore. We're gonna get on and over talk each other and be fucking rude and all that shit. I've got shit to do. I flat out have got better things to do than sit here and watch people fuck. Flat out. That's why I didn't show up last night. Again, I got my tattoo yesterday. I came home, I ate, I fucking passed out for a little while, and then I woke up midnight, about 3 a.m., quarter to, maybe a little bit around there. I was like, fuck, it's the rabbit hole, we're home. And then I kind of had thought about the night prior and all the comments and all that shit, and I was like, you know what, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll take a break. Everybody needs to take a break.
I didn't I didn't appreciate that chat situation going on in that. And I know every time you have a situation like that, we feel it's all fun and games and stuff like that, and it always comes back. It always comes back to bite you. I mean, I've never had a situation where I was in mocking kind of a attitude where I did something to somebody else where I didn't feel like shit the next day, thinking that, damn, I wouldn't want that to happen to me, So I respect what you're saying completely.
Other than that, so
I do.
what are you smoking at?
Well, I stole a bud out of my herbs now before it's dry. I know you've never done that before. So I got one of my Huckleberry Jones that I pulled out. It's just a little chunk, just a little small piece. That's it, just a little one. But I'm gonna try that out. It's nice and oily, sticky, kind of. You know what I mean? Kind of got a greasiness to it. Kind of nice. I'll be enjoying that one. The other one that I'm smoking is one that I just got done curing. It's my Huckleberry Knockout, and it's got a very nice flavor to it. Obviously, I really do appreciate that strain, and that was just out of the. I popped 3 seeds. I had 2 males, and this one here was a female. So that was just that I got out of those beans that I popped. There still might be another type of a strain that's inside those beans yet for me to enjoy. With a little bit of different character to it, which will be exciting. But I'm excited about my my other flower tent, getting it going up. Go ahead, man. What were you saying?
Yeah, is that going to be the 4,000, or have you already got the 4,000 up?
Yeah, I got the 4,000 up in the 5x5, and that's the one that I'm excited about getting started. Because the 4,000, I just think that the Spider Farmer has a much better light spectrum on it. I think it'll do me a much better job. Get me some.
Don't tell me that.
What's that?
I said, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, Johnny.
Johnny.
Why?
Johnny, Brother Eagle. What's up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing?
You, Bingus.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Yes.
See you, my friend.
Always good to see the Bingus.
The Bingus. Yeah,
I like that new name you came up with. That's good.
Yeah, took a lot of thought.
Bingus.
I thought about it a lot.
How long did it think about?
When I smelled it, I went,
Bingus.
"This is gas," and I went, "Oh, Bingus."
I like that. I do like the name of it. It's good.
It's again, beautiful accent. I don't. How do you take credit for anything like that? I mean, it just happened. You know what I mean? I happen to be growing it. I can take credit for that. So, cheers,
Well,
Jack.
I got a couple of accidents coming through mine right now that are just coming into my veg that are starting to come up. They'll be showing sex here pretty soon, and so I'm kind of excited about those too, because you never know what you can get.
It's the wonderful world of cannabis.
Uh-oh, Spider-Man's here.
Cheddar Bob, what's up?
How's it going,
Superhero
everyone?
Bob. Superhero
Jeff
Bob.
Bob.
You
Nice
gotta
to
change
see
that.
everyone.
Superhero Bob.
Yeah.
Now.
Hi, Eagle. I want to apologize for any part that I may have had in the previous chat encounter.
Well, I don't. I like I said, I'm not sure exactly what went on. I just think that we're all
Well, I have a feeling I may have been a part of it, so you have my apologies for making it uncomfortable.
I accept it. Very much accept it. It takes a man to apologize.
Cheddar Bob. Superheroes do get some leniencies.
You know, I
We
shouldn't.
just don't want to get our asses kicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, leniency. I don't need leniency. You know, you do the crime, you pay the time, and
That's right.
you know, if
Yeah.
I was part of it, and then everyone has my apologies. So
I'm not sure which night you're talking about. I missed a couple. I think I missed last night, but I was watching the interview. It was great. I thought it was great, and I like to focus on that more than the chat room at times. You know, just get stoned, get really stoned. Did I say get stoned? Get really stoned, and then sit back and watch Eagle do his thing, which he kind of like, he tickles them. He tickles the interview person, the person that's being interviewed, right? And then they giggle and go off. And then he sits back and goes, they don't even know what I just fucking did. I tickled them and they're fucking just running their mouth. And I'm just sitting back. I'm chilling. I'm, under control. Got everything going great.
he picks his questions out, so he has a lot of downtime. You know, his questions provide for a good, lengthy answers. You know, yeah. He's like our cannabis Dan Rather.
I'd rather watch Eagle.
Exactly.
Good to see everybody in the chat room. Thank you so much for saying hi to me. I'm sorry I'm not in the chat room and typing hi back, but I'm doing it mentally right now, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody in chat. I can't see anybody, so I can't see chat. Eventually here, I'll be able to get to that point again.
So you got better connections now, Johnny Candace?
No, I have been having horrible connections. You remember the Streamline situation?
Yeah.
Where I kept dropping out. I couldn't even outside. I couldn't get. So I've been struggling with this for a little bit, with my phone. And so I got me a new SIM card today. And they said, "Oh yeah, this will fix everything." Well, hell, it did not. So my next thing is I called was it Apple? And I talked to them and they got me an appointment down there at the store to go down and see if they can't get that figured out.
I love it when he goes into the robot voice.
When I'm calling them on the phone. Exactly. Have I been doing that?
Yeah, I love it, dude. Johnny really does sound like a Decepticon when he's
nice.
Into. I don't even know how you can't even do it. Anyway, what's going on, Eagle?
Yeah, I got bad.
Are you implying that he's fooling us with the regular voice and he's slipping with the robot?
Do the switch-o change-o and let's see who you really are.
He's one of Transformer. Are you a
Transformer.
Okay, I'm
Transformer?
gonna
Brad?
switch our change. I'm gonna put a bong head in. All right, what's
There you
going on over there, Chad? Bob's
Dude, he's going through Jack Benny's closet.
What's that?
You don't know who Jack Benny's is, probably.
Turning my my Chromebook on so I can see the comments.
Jack Benny.
That was a
Dude,
good
I think
one,
that's from
Vegas.
1940. I think I'm not even sure I was even born yet.
But I watched that shit. Yeah.
Old time TV was funny. They had Jack Benny had a closet. You didn't want to open the door because everything would fall out. It sounded just like Cheddar Bob's noise there. It was bringing back old memories, Cheddar.
Oh, was I just making a bunch of noise?
Yeah, you were ting, ting, ting,
Yeah.
clang, ting, clang.
We thought you were
I
turning
wonder
into
what
a
I was-
transformer.
Yeah, there-
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, we thought you were turning in.
I told you he's a fucking superhero. Didn't I tell you?
I need a
It,
I need the compression shirt.
yeah, it wasn't Jack Benny one of the first ones to kind of break like the fourth wall, basically in television, where he like kind of like stop in the middle of the show and kind of like address the audience a little bit, just try to let them.
I don't know, but
Well,
probably.
he worked the live show. You
He was
know,
fairly-
a
he
lot
was-
of the time.
Pretty talented comedian. I guess he's a comedian. Yeah, comedian.
Yes, he was very skilled. I enjoyed his comedy.
I
Back in the
liked
day.
another old timer was Red Skelton. I liked Red Skelton when I was in first grade. I used to watch his mimes. I think that's what you call them, where they do act like you're doing stuff, but there's nothing there, right? And I went and we had a show and tell in first grade, and I didn't have anything to show and tell. So I did a mime of not having anything to show and tell. And everybody fucking loved it. And this is crazy, dude. And first grade. So Bingus was up on the stage in first grade, making people laugh, basically. Red Skelton was great at that. I mean, he could just do a look and just get people roaring. And but I love that about humanity. There's so many things that can make people have a positive experience. And I know we've had some issues with attitudes, but I think we've kind of lost the connectivity of being human. And sometimes when you're so individualized and separated, you have a tendency to want attention, and so you can do crazy ass shit sometimes to get attention. And it's understandable. Basically, you just want love, want to be loved. Give me a hug. Nobody's fucking noticing me. What the fuck? That's why I try when I apologize to the chat room that I'm not in the chat room, because that's really where I should be. You see, with the people, saying hi and chit chatting and what have you. And what I really appreciate the fact that Eagle has a very warm and inviting, receptive chat room. Weed Nerd Nation, basically, it's a perfect example of what I'm trying to talk about. And but sometimes we lose sight of that connectivity, and we want to look at me. I have nothing against religion other than the fact it's a form of control, and I'm not involved in it in any way, shape, or form. But I have nothing against it. All right, I do believe in God. All right, I believe in the story of Jesus Christ. I've studied it, but I don't beat people over the head with it whatsoever. He did exist. It's proven. So it's not something you're gonna disprove, but there was other guys that had great examples too, like Buddha. I don't know. I can't. There's several, that you can think about that have created these meta stories that give us guides on how to stay connected, to stay loving human beings, and sometimes we just get so separated by today on the news, somebody took a shit in class and oh my God, did it stink? And everybody ran and separated, it's just the latest, bullshit that will keep you in fear.
I didn't smell that. I didn't smell that story today.
Well, we can debate that. You see what I mean? You can
I
just
thought you
go
were
at
going to
it.
say you were in the back of the classroom, Johnny.
I think he took the shit, goddamn. Anyway,
I
I'll get
picked it up
there.
and threw it up against the
You gotta say cheers to Smiley. What's up,
Cheers, Smiley. Good to see you,
Oh,
bro.
I didn't even see him in there.
Oh,
What's up,
I'm
Smiley?
so used
When
to
I'm
always
taking a
having
drink.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
I only
What's up,
see
Smiley?
3, or I only see 4 at a time. So how's it going, brother?
Good, man. Little sunburnt and tired or whatever. I was outside planting a veggie garden all day today, so it's a little early. I told myself I was gonna wait till June 1st, and I'm like out there, and I was like, no, it's fucking nice out. I'm planting some shit.
Couldn't help it.
Now I'm crossing my fingers. I don't know.
You'll be okay.
I played 27 holes of golf today.
Damn.
Nice,
Man, that would have been
man.
fun.
What was your
Are you
score?
in shape for that, Cheddar Bob, or do you feel that? Are you sore from a long day like that?
It's superhero, man.
Yeah, you played enough. You play enough there. That's like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I've played since I was 12 years old, so
Oh yeah,
like that motion, my body's used to it, and I'm not one of those over swingers, so I don't. But I am getting older, so I do have to watch myself. But
Same clubs.
I don't
For
play
right
very
now.
often, and in my sales job, I played probably, I don't know, half dozen times a year. You know what I'm saying? So not very often at all. And we went out the one time. There was like 20. Yeah, it was like 27 hole deal. They had lunch and all that shit. And it was like, I was so fucking sore after that, dude. Like by the end of the 18, I was like done. My back was hurting. Like my shoulders were hurting. Fucking. I was a wreck after that, dude. That kicked my ass. I was like, yeah. People don't think golf's a physical sport until you go play a long fucking day like that. It's like, hell yeah, it is.
Dude, you use muscles that you normally like. I mean, this rotation is not something people do normally at all. Unless you're like rowing or canoeing or
A superhero.
that's the only thing I can really think, or a superhero. But yeah, I mean, some people can't handle it, I guess.
It's a full body workout.
I got an excuse. I'm a grandpa though, Cheddar Bob. So
That's true.
although I wasn't then,
I know.
I don't know.
You say that, and I'm just like, what? My mind is blown. I'm like, oh yeah, what? So
Yeah. Teen Mom was a show on TV, so that it's that's fault. Influenced her.
there you go. There you go. Hey man, it happens. Trust me, I live on an island. We have the same.
Oh, I was a teenager, dude. Believe me, I knew it happened.
Yeah.
I knew it happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was just lucky enough not to get hit up by it. So you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
back in the day, when a young lady got pregnant, they literally got kicked out of school.
Yeah, yep. She
Because
did
they
finish.
didn't want that to spread around the school.
So our high school was the first high school to have a pregnant student care facility for the kids, so the moms could stay in school and stuff.
Young ladies are very they want to be moms.
You
A
think
lot of
so?
them. And when they get around a young lady that has a baby, they want to have that. They want to experience that.
Huh.
So that's why a
I'm
lot of
pretty
the time
sure.
back in high
I'm pretty
school,
sure
they say,
my other two teenage daughters would disagree with that. The two non-pregnant ones have been like,
well,
"Yeah, I'm glad that's not me." They've been totally
those
eyes
are,
open to that shit real quick. They're like,
I'm
"Yeah."
those
comfortable.
are
I'm comfortable commenting on
abnormal.
lots of things, but that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, man. I wasn't. I guess I don't know. I was kind of. It hit me, like when she said it, I was kind of like just stagnant, like non-emotional, I guess, about it because I didn't really know how to grasp it. But yeah, man, like I was totally excited.
Oh, shock.
But I love kids, and so like I think toddlers are fucking hilarious, dude. They crack me up. And I don't know. It's like my friends' kids or whatever. I always make a point to chat with them for a minute just because a kid will say something off the fucking wall, dude, that you just like, what? Like, I just wonder what goes through their head sometime. But yeah, I mean, kids are
Only out of
funny,
a
man.
kid's mouth.
So I don't
Only
mind
out of
having them around at all. They're a blast.
Yep.
They can be a pain in the ass, though.
Yeah, I think out of the mouth of babes, man, kids can say some of the strangest and most peculiar things.
Yeah, and there's like no prejudice. There's no
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. It's all just a pure thought
It's
that came out of their head. It's just
just a
such
question.
a pure thought that came out of their head. Yeah. They just haven't had time to have all the worldly influence on shit. So if they say something, it's like probably the most awkward time for me when my daughter, my oldest, was a toddler. She was like 1.5, 2 maybe, to where she was talking a little bit or whatever. Hadn't been out a whole lot. I'm standing in the grocery line with her, and a black guy comes and stands in the line behind us, and he's not. I don't know how to say this. It's not a racist thing, but he's like black, like Africa black, or however you'd say that, like super black skin. She looks right at him, points, and says, "Daddy, look, an alien." And I'm just, but she had never seen anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like she hadn't seen that before. So I'm like, "No, honey, that's a person." You know what I mean? Explaining people come in different colors. That's the way it works. But it was just, one of the more embarrassing moments because she just straight up was like, alien. Like, I don't know where she even got the idea of an alien. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was the thought that came through her head, She hadn't seen any humans like that or whatever. I don't know. She was young enough. That was a new thing for her. I don't know. It's just funny. So I hope everybody thought that was funny. I don't know. Kids.
Did he say take me to your leader?
Yeah, no, the guy laughed about it. Actually, he kind of chuckled and waved to her or whatever, and was, she, like I said, she was toddler enough to where it was totally. But I was probably 3 sheets red. She probably could have said, "Look, your dad's red now."
Your dad's an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I get it too. Being as tatted up as I get, and that I am from head to toe, I get out, in shorts in public. Trust me. It happened today. I had some little kid looking at me at Home Depot. A poor kid walked into his dad's cart. He was all looking back. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think's going through their heads when they're looking at you?
I try not to think about it. I try not.
You don't want to get in that space.
Oh, yeah, it could be anything. I guess it varies by the look. Like today, the kid looked like, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe come from a very religious household. I'm guessing because the look on his face was like total terror. Like Freddy Krueger was at home people. It's just the look he ate that in particular child.
Like you were looking for like zip ties and duct tape. And...
Oh, he was totally serious.
He probably just got done watching a crazy movie with some crazy dude all tatted up. You know what I'm saying? And he was reliving it right there.
Yeah. Hey, do you know where the shovels are?
Shovels and zip ties.
Yeah.
Need some duct tape. And some lye.
Do you guys sell chloroform?
Oh, I definitely like work that angle, especially at like say my kids' friends, boyfriends, shit like that. I remember my youngest just recently told me a couple of boys seen you, you know, out in public. They said you look like you just got out of prison. I was like, yeah, tell them that for murder. Tell them I just got out for murder.
That's crazy. He killed 3 of my last boyfriends.
Surprised you've lasted this long.
Right? I said 11. Yes, sir. That's 10:45, sir. That's funny.
15 minutes to spare.
I never, you know what?
That's too
Honestly,
good.
I never dared do that. I never dared really do that. Get in their heads like that. I did a little bit, but not to the full extent. Because truth be told, I was a little more scared of them than they were of me, I think. Just because, damn, man, that's fucking... They got an angle Dad can't compete with when it gets to that. You know what I mean? Oh, we lost Eagle.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying,
He's
though.
grabbing his shovel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I've had all boys, so I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I had a girl. I wanted a girl. I really did. Still do.
What do you have? You have 2 sons, Bingus?
3 actually, but yeah,
3.
3 with 2 different ladies.
Yeah,
my 2 oldest boys, and then my youngest boy is like, my oldest boy is 40. My youngest is 26.
Do you have daughter-in-laws? No. I was gonna say you get the luck of like daughter-in-laws, so you don't have to like go through all the craziness with them. You still get to have fun.
So far, I think my ex and I were such a poor example of parents that they decided, we had such a bad divorce. We were actually very good parents, but we had such a bad divorce. It kind of like, this is what can happen. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm the one that should have grandchildren. I'm the one that should have grandchildren. You see, they're not even married. None of them are, you know. So I'm going to have to live a long time, and I plan to do that.
Well, with the being gassed, you should be able to get there.
Well, I told my sons to be old enough to afford and raise your children. Okay, don't just plan it. Don't just, oh, here it is. Okay, what do we do now? Fuck. Maybe even read a book. Maybe even read a book about it. You know what I mean? Because I sure the fuck didn't.
I don't know about that, man. I think some of the best things come out of being not planned.
Yep. Life don't work that way. You don't plan to. You can. Don't get me wrong. We can to a certain extent, but I don't know.
I don't know. Again, I don't know. Dude, believe me, my sons are very independent thinkers. What I say doesn't have a lot of weight anymore, believe me.
Yeah.
There's Dad going off again. Oh, you're going to get on your soapbox? Okay. Oh, you're going to use all your big words? Oh, cool. When they became pretty good at poker, and we were living together when they were older, and that's how I got into playing poker. Because it would be, okay, let's play for it. Who's doing the dishes? I don't know. Let's play for it. You know, fuck, I got tired of being the maid, so I learned how to play. I'm pretty good, actually.
That poker?
Yeah, my sons have trouble with me. They're very, very good players. So we had a 2-table house where we ran games pretty much anytime we could, which was several times a week. And we also had a pool table downstairs. And it was pretty lively there for several years.
A lot of action.
It was just the place. I mean, we, I don't know. It was fun for a while. What goes up comes down.
Must come down.
So you have to lose everything.
Got
to
awful
really
dark
learn-
over there, Cheddar Bob.
You got to lose everything to know how to keep it. Usually,
It's like 3:00 in the morning.
it's fucking late.
Oh, you're outside. Okay.
Superheroes have to have their beauty sleep and shit.
We get super sleep, super fast.
There you go. I'm good. I'm back.
I was listening on the way. I was driving home listening when you guys were on. And I was thinking that when you were apologizing, Cheddar Bob, I was thinking, well, all superheroes have a nemesis, right? Bad joke, I guess.
Yeah, I try to.
I think Spider-Man does have a what is it? Venom or
Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man has several. So here's the thing, guys. I think what's happening is I'm developing one for each shirt that I have.
Oh wow.
oh
That's pretty interesting.
I think I don't know if causation is correlation
Gotcha.
or how that
Yeah.
works, but I feel like I'm picking them up every
multiple
time I change the shirt.
personality superhero.
Let's make a correlation. Fuck it.
So do you pick the shirt or does the
Shirt picks me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's kind of like Christine,
Depends on the day.
The
If
car.
it's really sunny out, I'll wear a shirt like this. Or if it's colder, I'll wear a darker shirt. But I generally always wear one of these. So
Superhero. Yeah.
just a thing. I've been doing it for years, ever since I was fishing. Just because they're so awesome on the boat. You can wear this. You can take a wave right to the face, and 10 minutes later you're dry. It's awesome. They air out. They're wicked easy to clean. You keep your arms from getting like super scraped up from barnacles. Oh man, they're great.
Taking a wave to the face doesn't sound too fun.
No, it's not fun.
It sounds cold.
Especially,
It sounds cold.
it's very, very cold.
Cheddar Bob. Question for you.
Yeah.
Out there fishing, did they call you Barnacle Bob?
No, not yet. That's when I get older. I believe I become Barnacle Bob.
That's his face, anyway. That's funny.
Are you named Cheddar Bob on the boat?
I just had to ask, 'cause that could have been a superhero out on the boat.
Do you remember that superhero one that Ben Stiller did? That movie?
Oh yeah, what was it?
I for some reason I think there was a Barnacle Bob on there or something close to that maybe.
Fuck, what
But
movie
there's-
is that now? The Zoolander. That's what. Is that what you're talking about?
No. He actually did like a superhero one. It's got I don't even remember who has in it. It has a bunch of people in it, but they're like all normal people who come up with these weird superhero things. Like one guy's just in a trash can. He just throws a trash can lid at people.
Oh, that's yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's
Yeah, but
where they're all
I can't
It's like-
remember the name, but Ben Stiller wears the mascara and he just like hops around. Basically making fun of superheroes, but not everyone can be one, so they have to make fun of them.
I like the way the Incredibles played it out, where the superheroes were like busting up buildings and shit, and then everybody was pissed at them for the busting up.
Well, that's
like,
like
no, you can't superhero no more. You break too much shit.
You know, that's the new thing in a lot of superhero stuff is like the corporate world like putting down on the superheroes doing good because they're damaging property, you know, like, and you know, I mean, like a lot of comics put that into their storyline.
That'd be a great comic book plot where basically the head of the city hall says, hey, we need this building destroyed and we have it insured to be covered by superhero damage. Could you and your other compadre go over there and kind of get pissed off at each other for a minute? That'd be a great fucking storyline.
You know,
you gotta make a little video of that, Bingus.
I'm barely able to make a cannabis video. I got to get a camera, man. Today I was looking at it going, God, dude, I've been
It was called Mystery Men.
Yeah,
I just saw it ready.
So did Jason. I assume.
Ready to hit hot fire.
So, what do you think the odds are if you really had a superpower, like say you're Superman? What do you think the odds are that you're really gonna do stuff for everybody else, or wouldn't you just fucking take shit? Wouldn't you just take over? Like, that's what I never understood about the superheroes. Why wouldn't they just be like, fuck it, nobody's stopping me? You know what I mean? Or more like,
well, that's why you have super villains, because those are the people who are trying to take over and control everything. The point of the superhero, the point of the superhero is to maintain balance, because after all, the world needs balance. It needs a certain amount of chaos. It needs a certain amount of, you know, not chaos, harmony.
Yeah, back in the day, Popeye had Pluto.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you always have the yin to the yang. So you can't have a superhero saying he's going to take over and control everything, because then morally and ethically, culturally, as we've grown up and been taught, that is unnecessary.
When you look at Stan Lee Marvel comics, it's always the superhero is depicting the highest moralities with feet of clay. In other words,
but also in conflict with those at the same time.
Exactly. And that's what makes such a great storyline, because in all essence, they're just like you and me, except they're superheroes. You know what I mean? And if you raise to the highest moralities, you probably have these types of high morality, or in a regular down to earth sense, like Superman and Cheddar Bob and stuff like that. But you know, it's just, dude, it's all like, I hate to make
I get that
depiction with like religion and stuff.
Only a superhero
all these meta stories, right, are depicting the same thing.
They're archetypes, yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Maps of Meaning by Jordan Peterson. Great book.
I do like that book, and I like his other one too. I have
steps or 12 whatever.
12 Rules.
Thank you.
End Chaos or something like that, and then he's got another one out that I downloaded it and all that, and it's on my Audible. I just haven't made it through the first chapter yet.
I'm a big fan.
Red Pill.
I do, man. I enjoy him a lot. He's got a really great outlook on. Yep.
Makes sense. It makes sense. What's up, Red?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Johnny? Bingus.
Hey, Red Bill.
Eagle. Cheddar Bob.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
It's good, man. Yeah, he
I
caught
don't
us.
think
Smoking outside.
Well, if anyone saw on my Instagram, I did partake in some longly disconnected from Green Dot. But of course, it's been a while since the last wormhole, and I blew through all of that. Hey, but I do have another full jar of distillate, so that's good.
Looks pretty good. Looks
is
like
that
a
from the
whiskey,
same people.
like a whiskey shot.
No, this I don't know where
I
this
know.
is from. Somewhere in Northern California. That's all. The Green Dot is my favorite concentrate company. They're out of Colorado.
Nice.
Here. Yeah.
There it is, a little free ad for them.
Come on, focus with the damn front-facing camera.
There it is. Oh, just for a split second. There. Oh.
Who knows? Well, whatever. That's the fanciest.
Nice. Live
There it
batter.
is right there.
Beautiful.
Garlic banger.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. I was real satisfied. I like that one the most. I got 3 basically ChemDog / OG derived varieties.
What-
That's
Are those grams?
yeah, they were single grams.
What do those run, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, the place I got it from was more on the expensive end because it wasn't, when I lived in Colorado, it wasn't the place that I normally went to. The place that I normally went to had the longest running, whatever contract, or they were the longest running vendors for Green Dot in the whole entire state. So I would go there and I'd get it for 45 a gram.
Yep.
But some places it's 45, some places it's 50 plus a little tax. I used to get it 45, no tax.
Nice.
But these ones was a little bit more expensive. They were like $49 with tax, came out to like 56 or 57 bucks.
Yep. Seems about average for grams nowadays.
Yeah.
For grams
Wasn't
of
really, was that?
grams of distillate or BHO? What was it again?
No, it was BHO, live resin, live batter.
Oh, $50
They call
a gram?
Yeah, 45 to 55. Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
I'm thinking.
It's
I
not
used to
really
pay
about
like
how
80 to
fast
90.
I consumed them or how much I spent on it. It was more of a matter on how much I enjoyed it because, like I said, it was probably over a year since I've had it.
Not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
You gotta enjoy playing it too. Am I coming out robotic still?
Dude,
No.
I love the Decepticons.
No, not too bad.
Don't worry, buddy.
Horrible.
A little bit here and there, not much, man. It's better. It's getting better. The chip may have the new whatever. May have
The new Decepticon chip.
Yeah. It's it adds a unique.
You need a new
flavor.
spark. Your spark is failing.
That is what it sounds like.
Right
Nice
on cue,
spark.
Johnny. Right on cue,
Nice.
brother.
That was so.
What?
Right on cue, man. That's perfect. Way to go. I think you can do it by will. I think that's the whole problem.
Loan
with
me that
recreation.
mask.
You don't even need a mask. No, you don't.
Dip your phone in sand and see what happens.
Oh my
That's a
God.
good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Dude, you guys are great,
I
great
wouldn't do
therapy
that. Don't get any
sessions, man.
sand on your phone.
Great therapy session. You guys should start billing me when I show. Say, are you laughing, Bingies? Yeah, okay. Be sure to pay the bill in the morning. Best therapy there is. Eagle talking fucking shit. Really.
Mhm.
Working
He's been
with
having
him
some
talking-
real problems with
So
his internet, huh?
He's talking fucking shit right now. I guarantee it.
Is he back?
He's been
he
popping in
goes,
and out. He
he's-
looks like
he
he's
should
rolling.
be.
He's
He
playing
should be
with us.
back.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
Teasing.
There he is.
What did I miss?
Oh,
Teasing.
Oh
he's
man,
back. He's
He
he
back.
went deep into
There was-
superhero stuff.
There was a parade of naked midgets. You missed it.
Right behind me. They're hobbits.
Every time I turn around, I'm fucking naked midgets. God damn it.
The goose is loose.
Oh, I
man.
remember that phrase. I remember.
Thank you.
Eagle, I'm going all robotic on everybody.
He did it on cue too. It's excellent. It's like you're controlling it. That's the beauty of it.
Bingus said he could do it. Bingus said he could do it.
Doesn't even need a mask. Right on.
Yeah.
I want to smoke some weed. I'm smoking some of the blueberry. It's very good, and I'm enjoying it immensely. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, man. I got some platinum cake I'm smoking.
Ooh, that's good.
It's good. It's been one I've been rolling quite frequently lately. So.
It's tasty. I nothing tops the rascal. Yeah. Was it rascal? Rascalberry?
Raspberries, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't forget about that either, Bingus.
Oh, dude, I didn't mention it for that. And I understand how things go. Believe me. I appreciate it, man. And like I said, if I can help you with anything, you let me know.
Yeah. That one you did, that one's going, man. She's fucking taking off like a rocket ship now.
No way.
I'm laughing because now I'm like, oh, now you're gonna go, and I fucking just like I could have transplanted. You know how that is, like your rose or whatever. Like I could have transplanted. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna give her the next time, you know. And then, sure as shit, she's grown like an inch a day ever since. Like fucking just starting to tear her ass on him.
Or I don't understand. I've never seen that happen, but maybe she's just, you know, I'm the new girl and hold back a little bit, you know. Don't want to show my.
I literally think she had to reconstruct her roots. I think it was a lot like a. It was just that much of a shock, dude. I think if we were able to dig that, if I was able to dig that pot open, I think all the roots that she had on her died off, and I think she grew all new roots. I think that clone re-rooted. That's just the way, my opinion.
That would make sense then.
2 weeks, just hanging out. You know what I mean, or at least more than that.
Dude, that's a testament to her vigor, because she is a very vigorous girl, and I'm thankful that she's. Thank God she's doing good, and I hope you enjoy her.
Yeah, no, so filling everybody in what we're talking about. Bingus uses pure perlite, and I use living soil. So,
there's a difference.
Yeah, a rooted plant going from one to the other system. She just froze. She freaked out, like froze like a deer in the headlights. Man, it was like she just didn't do shit for weeks.
That was very interesting. See, the plant always does amaze me some way or another. It's like, really, never seen that before. How long have you been growing? Since I was 17. I haven't never seen that before. Seriously, never have. So it's like, cool. And I look, put that in the book, you know, I mean, shit. And so it's definitely possible that a plant can get so traumatized, basically, right? Because seriously, that clone has never seen anything in its life other than perlite, period. See, I didn't think of that. I mean, that's because the seed that it came from was from a perlite mom and dad, and or a mom, and that's interesting. Now you're making me fucking think about it.
I wonder too, man. No, that's why I say I almost feel like it totally rerouted itself.
It had to have. I mean, I'm glad it was capable.
You look at it with hindsight, would you have think maybe transplanting it into perlite and then taking clones off that thing, making a mom out of it directly in perlite? Because then with those clones, you can put them in whatever medium you want.
That's again, hindsight is always 20/20, right? That's where you learn.
Really. And I fucking hate perlite. Did I ever mention that? Right?
No, but
That's probably what it was, Smiley.
That's
She
what it was.
felt that you hated Perlite, and it said, "Well, fuck this guy."
Yeah, she didn't feel welcome. No wonder.
The
That was
plant was
my
like, hey,
vibe of
dude,
disgust as I'm like peeling it all off her roots. Like, I can't believe he did that.
Right? She was picking up the vibes, man. She was like,
Yep.
"Who is this fucking guy pulling my shit off?"
that plant was like, come on, man, my middle name is Perlite.
Oh shit.
That
That's
was
funny.
probably traumatic to it though too. Like me, I did shake as much of it out of the root ball as I could, and that was probably traumatic too because I'm tearing root hairs and all that shit too doing that. So
She's a vigorous. She'll make a. I knew she'd make a comeback because I've only had one guy kill her so far,
yeah,
and I think it was more the male that did it than It took too long to get to it.
That's a good one,
Anyway.
Smiley.
Good to hear. Good to hear, buddy. Good to hear.
yeah, man.
Yeah, guys, I am again gonna bail out because it is past my bedtime, and I really enjoy again this. Be sure to send me a bill, and I'll pay it the second Tuesday of next week. And
Promise.
We had a phrase in the family. It was checks in the mail.
go ahead. Thank you.
Checks in the mail.
All right, brothers. Good to see you all again. Cheers, chat room.
I guess.
You guys have a great night.
Cheers, Pingus. Get your Pingus smile before I go. He's gone. Cheers.
That's a good sized skull you got down there on the floor. You go.
Thanks.
I like that guy. Is that kind of like your garden gnome?
Yeah, kind of. There's the amount of skulls in this room. There's quite a few. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
That's
So,
by
hey,
far
Eagle.
the biggest.
Let's
Yes,
see
sir.
how those babies are doing. Those new ones, the ones you one for the DOA project.
Oh, sure. No, I just mounted the phone up. I was showing them a little bit earlier while you were talking with Bingus there. Little Alicia there. I can't tell. Let's see what am I looking at here? I can't see what I'm looking at. How do I make? Not used to the phone. How do I make? I can't tell what you guys are seeing. Them are those right there. How do you like that for plant training?
Yeah, that's the good stuff, man.
Like they're like an inch tall. It's like
It's look at that one back there. That one I actually took the sack off that one today and applied it to this one. I believe those two are my males. They were nice and tall. But yeah, them are those. They got a little leaf today. Some of the bigger leaves taken off. They
You
look
just
pretty
hang
good.
something from it, and hang it over the edge like that. That's a good idea. I think I'll try
I
some
don't know.
of that.
There's one that's the one that I took I took the sack off.
Took the
today.
bag off, put it on the other one. Okay, yeah. All right.
That's just sitting there. We'll let these grow up. Them are those.
I like that.
That's the Columbia.
mhm.
They're looking pretty good. All the
Nice.
lowers are blasting
Yeah, they're
out there.
looking nice and thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Took
gonna be
clones
bushy.
already, Eagle?
No, not yet.
Okay. I was gonna say yours are ahead of mine for sure.
Look good. Straight down the bedside of things. So I guess is this a good time to, since I got the mic and all that, I guess I'll let you guys look around real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. Got some big girls in there. The biggest smile. Of course, this is the Mars. And the Bloom Plus. 10th there. And of course, that's the
Eagle, can you turn it
X-Men and,
sideways?
yeah,
Bam, there
better
we go.
yes. So that's Active Grow LED side of things. This is the Mars side of things, the Mars and the Bloom Plus lights. And here's the HLG 550 and Majestic 12 LED, of course, the 4K.
Mhm.
And so I guess we'll go back this way. So this is what I guess I will talk about real quick. So I guess that's why I was a little bummed out here about what you said about the BP4000, Johnny. Because, well, I made some deals over the last week, and unfortunately, I decided a lot of you guys have talked about me wanting to see more updates in the garden, so I decided to combine the two with some free fucking lines. So I made a few deals with some cheap light companies, or some of the economy light companies, Video Sun and Bloom Plus. So you'll be seeing some updates in between shows, but not during shows. Bloom Plus actually wanted me to put their name in the title, and I was like, no bueno. I ain't looking for no show sponsors. Thank you, but no thank you. You know, I'll do
exactly.
Fucking
updates
talking
for
shit with Eagle and Bloom Plus.
Yeah, you have to have someone be like, all right, well, you're doing an episode then. That's what that means.
So that was the first one. I'm uploading the unboxing of that one today. So I will probably not be showing a whole lot of those during the show, but I will be uploading to the channel in between episodes. I don't know. I'm open to thoughts on that. I've seen it free lights at free light.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about a discount code.
No discount fucking codes. No discount codes. I'm not pushing lights. I'm simply showing what they can do, I guess. But yeah, there'll be no intermingling of the two. So just wanted to throw that out there so I could take my jabs live on air. But yeah.
Figure it wouldn't be too long. You'd have
I did it on my terms too. Last night I did a lot of back and forth with the two, and on the terms, because this isn't my first rodeo. I'm dealing with some of this stuff, and what they wanted and what I wanted were absolutely two different things. So it actually was like 2 hours of like 30 emails of back and forth before I settled. Before I settled on my terms to do it. So, you're gonna do it. Make sure it's gonna fit your time and schedule. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
All right, back to cannabis. Not gardening. You'll
thought
put me right up for that.
I thought for sure you'd have got a kombucha sponsor by now.
I'm telling you.
Is it that bad? There's total crickets in the room right now.
You have crickets? I don't know.
There was a couple of them.
It's weird since you said that, Eagle. Like 50 people have left chat, so I don't know. Man. You might have totally blew it right there.
Oh shit.
Fucking with you.
I'm trying to think of something I can bring up. Honest to God, I'm trying to think of something.
Uh-oh.
So they're releasing
Well,
that alien dossier report. next month, right? June, middle of June, 15th or something. That's going to be interesting.
Why do you think it will be interesting? You actually think they're going to?
I hope it'll be interesting.
I was just gonna say, I hope, yeah. I don't know, man. I almost feel like it's a bunch of BS, but to tell you the truth, they got all that footage, so they got to explain something there. So I don't know.
And it's funny. I was just watching like an old 60 Minutes about the guys that leaked that, and those are like legit videos that the military was like hiding or trying not to show. What do you think, Red Bill? You're groaning down there.
I'm really, yeah. I don't know. There's two sides to it too. If anyone pays attention to any other conspiracy, just insert whatever one you want. Usually it's the government that's pushing the false information, but somehow with the UFO thing, it's the government that you look for the leaked information. So I think they're going to push the alien agenda in June or July, whenever that comes.
To what ends? To what means?
That's unraveling a whole ball of shit. That's why I really didn't want to get into it.
Well, we are in the wormhole.
I would have to make so many connections. I don't feel like going on that long of a lecture unless there was like, you know, if I don't want to lecture you guys if it's like something you haven't heard of before. You know what I mean?
Well, don't
Here's something
lecture
that'll.
us. Don't lecture us. Let's just talk about it.
Have you guys heard that Elon Musk is in the business of boring holes in deep earth?
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Like mines or actual or like.
Yeah.
Like he's got borehole machines he makes.
He took advantage of it because he had the Hyperloop idea. He wants to make a underground or a railroad system that's a vacuum tube that sucks you from Vegas to LA like in less than like half an hour or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I heard that they have a new wormhole technique that they're using. Now, if that didn't hit right into this area right here in our wormhole, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna find out more about this, but it's a wormhole technique that they use for boring holes.
We're gonna have to send him a letter and tell him that we already own the wormhole.
Elon Musk, would you come to our wormhole
and trade rights
explain the wormhole technique?
He's gonna have to
use cannabis.
You could
use
smoke a
cannabis
blunt
with
too
us.
if you want.
You did it with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, come do it with Eagle.
If Elon
that
Musk
would be
was in
amazing.
here, I'd be walking around with one
Eagle,
of those
have you
things in
asked?
church that they had.
Have you asked Elon Musk to come onto the show yet?
No, I have not.
What about Jeff Bezos?
Well, we do
What
have
about
the
George
perfect.
Soros?
We got a
I'm gonna say
wormhole
no.
opportunity right here.
You should get Donald Trump. You should get former President Trump on.
Oh, well, let's work our way up one at a time.
Yeah,
Let's get Tommy Chong on here, then maybe Whoopi Goldberg, and then
Willie Nelson. Snoop Dogg for sure.
What about Nick Diaz?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of those.
Awesome.
What about some of those
Adjust your phone
MMA
there,
guys?
Rockefeller.
if you've ever seen those, if you've seen the Nick Diaz,
Kenny Florian's big into cannabis now. He's from out this way. That who is the McCann? Is it McCann or something like that? Steve. He's the organic guy. Smiley. Green Gardens or something like that.
Green Life.
Green Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Cantwell.
Cantwell. He was an MMA fighter. There's several MMA fighters that have switched over to actually growing cannabis.
Yeah. Stony Rockefeller jumping in. I think Eagle froze, but I don't know. Maybe not. What's up, Stony?
Tony.
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Yes,
Cheers.
Tony,
Yeah.
you're all
Do I need to
sideways
flip
on us. You got to adjust your phone. Turn it. Yeah, turn it and then turn it back. There you go.
Turn it
There
back
you
now.
go.
How's that?
No, you're
No,
you're good.
you're good.
No, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, you're
So
good.
what's happening? How's everybody doing?
What's happening, man?
Moving forward. Always moving forward.
That's
Doing
good.
Sometimes like Rocky, just taking shots the whole time.
That's right.
Stick and move. Stick
Just
and
gotta
move.
keep moving forward, man. That's all that matters.
Don't mess with girls. It makes your legs weak.
Yeah.
That was a good impression.
That was really good.
Holy shit.
That was.
That was
Damn.
That's part of the stand-up act is the impressions. I got a bunch of them.
That was not your first round with that big character. that was that
Makes the legs
Yeah, it
weak.
was, man. I saw his face. Yeah, I saw his face,
That's
man.
crunchy.
That was good.
huge.
That's part of the thing is another person that does impressions. I think it was I don't know how prolific in comedy is right now, but Freddie Lockhart, an older comedian, he's like that, and he was like trying to express how do you get into a character and you want to do a great impression. He was like, I don't know, dude. I almost feel like you have to imitate the person's head, not just their voice, but you got to like pretend you have that person's head for a moment. You got to for all that.
You have to become that person almost. Like Jim Carrey did, I think, in that movie about Andy Kaufman. I guess he went so deep as he actually became him and just acted like him 24/7. Didn't break character ever for the entire time he was shooting that movie.
Yeah, I heard a more spooky version of that, and he allowed his body to be possessed by Andy Kaufman's spirit.
I heard shit like that too.
They do that all. That's part of it. If you listen to all those comedians tell stories about what they do in the Comedy Store after they close up, it's a bunch of weird shit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good thing I'm not going to be a comedian anytime soon.
You know, the comedy club that the Comedy Store used to be the old Ciro's nightclub, and supposedly they had like an execution room there. So that place they think is haunted with just a whole bunch of disposed, whatever, whacked people they had to get rid of.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Look up Comedy Store ghost stories. You'll find a whole bunch of people telling us. They even have names for like the most frequent ghosts that people see. Like if someone sees, they're like, "Oh, that's just Clarence. He's cool. It's one of the good ones."
Clarence.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen a ghost?
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen a ghost. I don't know if feeling a ghost's presence is like the same thing, but no, I've never seen something that I thought was a ghost.
I've neither. I just was.
we all seen something we thought was a ghost one time, but the amount. And so, is it a ghost, or can it be valid if everybody sees it, even though everybody's on psychedelics? Because there was a time at a train yard when we were all young, basically, and we're all sitting out we tripping at this train yard, Grand Blanc, Michigan. Fucking this guy came out from around this fucking railroad car, and fucking he looked at us, and he kind of made fucking this weird gesture, but none of us could understand it, and he just walked off and disappeared, and everybody that was in there seen it, but we were all on psychedelics, so it's
Yeah.
hard.
I don't discount it.
Hard.
You know, I've heard stories like that too. So I don't know. I don't know how to discount it. So
Well, I tell you this, not only did we all see it, but we all like felt like a weird premonition, like where, like goosebumps, hair standing up on the back of your neck. So it wasn't just seeing it. We all kind of said we felt it as well. So again, psychedelics, or did it happen? I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe it's just a spirit leaving or entering the world. I mean, after all, we are just really balls of energy inside this meat vehicle we're driving around in that we didn't get to choose.
We get to abuse though, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
There is a, oh God, okay, I already opened my mouth. But in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, there actually is a story of us choosing to come back into this. And supposedly when you die, you know, the story of you're like going up into the tunnel and then like past relatives that are also gone are like there to greet you and comfort you. Supposedly you're supposed to listen to those people. You're supposed to stay there with those people. And then you get reincarnated in this world out of all things. I swear to God, look it up, but seeing your parents have sex. And it's supposed to like intrigue you. And that's what incarnates you into this realm. So there is
What?
yeah. That's a real thing that people believe, Tibetan Book of the Dead.
So I'm kind of, yeah, they do. And I've read it. It's got some interesting points.
Wait, but explain that to me again. Just the last part.
You're in a
Just the last part.
transition.
You get a visual of your parents having sex.
Yeah.
And that.
You see your parents banging, and it goes into like what it just makes you like reminisce about what the world once was, and it draws you into that. And then it's like you don't realize it. They're having sex. You're looking at it, and then boom, you're
walking you all the way back through session, basically.
Yeah. It's
so. With that being said, I'm kind of curious about this. I've hit into this before one night. Is like, you know, what is crazy, and because psychedelics, admittedly, I guess you talk about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. There, you take acid, you know, you can unlock some doors. You know, with that being said, it's all through your mind. So I can't help but wonder, as we see somebody that's mentally impaired, you know what I mean? Could they actually not be like in between channels? You know what I mean? Actually, kind of seeing something. I have a relative that was in a car accident and actually had a brain injury after, and she would say, you know, she would see her mom and stuff like that, and she would be able to carry on a good conversation with you, but it would be like eerie when she'd bring it up. But again, I can't help but wonder, you know, did that injury put the brain in such a place that's in that in between? You know, again, I have to like look at, you know, taking some ayahuasca, you know, in that perspective. You know, we could all sit back and watch somebody do that and go, wow, that is crazy. They are high, they are talking in gibberish, none of that. And then at the same point, we could see somebody mentally handicapped, you know, talking gibberish. Who's to say that their brain isn't in the same state? You know what I mean? One self-induced, but one permanently in that state. You know what I mean? Who's, you know?
I got something that reminds me of that. And this is something where there wasn't anything to suggest the person, like I'm wearing a shirt with the pot leaf on it. This family member is someone that I only see like once a Christmas, and it's the side of the family that you just visit and have dinner with. And it's like the only time in that year you see them. Well, that side of the family has a uncle with whatever, a family member with schizophrenia. And he knows very little about me. I know very little about him. And like I said, there's nothing to suggest him anything about growing plants or even weed in general. And just one Christmas, he like looks at me and he like puts his hand on my head and, you know, like grabs my head and he's like, "You look like you could be a botanist." And I was wondering, like, did he look at me and like in his world that he's in, did he see me like surrounded by like plants or like in a forest or something? Or what the hell was him to, you know, lead him to say that? Because wasn't like anything for him to already know that or to suggest him about thinking any idea like that.
just having a leaf on your shirt might have gave him the impression that you were
He followed
in
me
tune with
outside.
plants.
He's like, after everyone was like cleaning up the dinner table, he's like, "Hey, follow me outside. You smell like weed. I know you know you got some green on you." No, that didn't happen.
No.
Mhm. No, but yeah, that is just weird. I totally believe in that.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something.
Go ahead, Cheddar Bob.
No, it was me, Johnny. Go ahead, John. Finish. I know what I'm going to say. I think.
Well, I was just going to say I've got a relative that had taken some. I'm not exactly sure what kind of a drug that he took, but he never came off of it.
Angel
It
dust.
changed. I don't think. No, it wasn't that. It was something like acid or of some sort. And he just never came off of the trip. It was never the same after.
I actually just met a guy like that. Probably like a month ago. And he came with these two other people, and they were like, "Don't worry about him. He just had a bad trip years ago, and he never came back." And the guy's probably like 55 or so. And he was just sitting there staring off and kind of like talking to himself, and we'd be talking, and boom, like that, pick up in the conversation with us for a couple minutes, and then fall right back out and just start talking to himself. And it was pretty trippy. Like, he was totally in his own little perfect, comfortable little world, and he was so happy. You know what I mean? Like, he was just going with the flow.
Wow, that's a trip. That's cool. Now, what were you going to say before that?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I'll tell you what, I think time has a lot to do with our problems in life. Because realistically, everything we do is based around time. I got to be here. I got to do this then. I was at a point in my life for a short period of time where time really didn't matter. I didn't have to be anywhere. I didn't have to do anything. And when I did do it, I could just do it I didn't have to race there, so I could get that done, so I could race back. And, you know what I'm saying? I was in no hurry. Everything was just different. And I ended up like in this whole other, like, I felt like I wasn't living in the same world as everybody else. Like, I was here physically, but mentally, I was in a higher place. Like, everything was just absolutely perfect. Even when bad shit happened, it was not that bad. I found some way to turn it into a good, and then I got sucked back into the everyday life of shit and time. And then I find myself doing 100 miles an hour on the highway to get here, to go there, so I could do this. So I have enough time to come here to do that. And then, so I got to sleep and eat too, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you get caught up in that. You're not living the way you should be. You're not thinking the way you should be. You're tied up. Your mind's wrapped up with time. It's not thinking about other things. It's not being creative. There's times where we are creative. I think that's why we all like to get high, because there's a time where, especially when you get high, there's a moment there where you're just kind of, what I'm saying? You're just in this little world where everything's just nice. It's quiet. It's, what I'm saying? Everything's peaceful. I just find time to be a killer, man.
I think that's my second favorite thing about cannabis, other than the medical relief that I get. Same as with whatever medical relief everyone else gets from it, but the creative benefits from it. And like I said, it's probably a 50-50 thing weighing in there, and having the free time to have free thought adds, doesn't help if I had to smoke a joint, like you're saying, and then go and run and do something real fast, and then I wasn't even appreciating the high.
Right.
So
it was actually relaxing hearing you talking about time. It was like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, don't get sucked back in, especially not for monetary gain.
No.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Green 13.
Morning, Green
Good morning.
13.
Good morning, Rez.
Yes. Two, right? I forgot you slid in and haven't said hello
Yeah.
either. What's up, Raz? Green 13. Pleasure to have you both on the show. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, man. I've been listening since early, and I hate panel shows too, Eagle. I just thought I'd make sure we were having one just so we could hate them together. But I actually do dislike panel shows. But I do like hanging out with my friends. So I won't watch this show, but I will come and hang out with the boys.
Well, this is a little different than a panel show. I mean, because a lot of times this is casual conversation. It isn't like topic related to where it's, you know, my input's better than your input, I guess, type panel thing. I don't know.
No, you're wrong. I'm right. Listen to my point of view.
All right, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to bed. I'm tired. Have a great night, Green 13. Good to
See
see
you,
you.
brother.
Cheddar
Rez,
Bob.
Tony,
Later,
Donnie,
Cheddar.
Smiley, Red Pill, and last and certainly not least, my favorite person ever, Eagle.
Thank you, Cheddar Bob, for popping up, brother.
Yeah, man. Again, all respect to you, man. Have a great night.
Oh, respect to you, brother. Thank
Love,
you for
dude.
popping up.
Good night, Bob.
Nice one.
Cheers to that. You gonna join me to a hit here, Green 13? You got to roll one up or what?
Yeah, I'm just rolling one up.
There you go.
By the time I get a dab rig, it'll be all anyway. Yes, mate, I'm rolling one up. I have been smoking with you all morning anyway. And so you're getting some new lights, Eagle. What sort of areas are you covering? Did you say all this? Did you say all this? Because I was saying goodbye to my wife and shit. Doesn't matter if you said it. I'll see.
Well, they might be. The 4x4 is what Blue Plus is planning to cover. It was funny. They were like, what's your grow area? I'm like, this is what I offer. This is what I'm gonna offer. It's a 4x8. And they actually, their offer was the 300s, the BP 300s. Yeah. I was like, nah.
More. Give me more.
Yeah, give me more. So they came back with the 4,000s there, two of those, which they claim is good for 5x5. So I took the two Blue Plus BP 4,000s in exchange for some updates, weekly updates, one weekly update.
Now,
Okay.
who is that for? Mars?
Bloom Plus,
Plus.
that one.
Plus. And you know, in the Vivio Sun actually was pretty cool because they didn't ask for shit. To be honest with you, they were like just too nice. They were just like, "Will you unbox it? You just unbox it." Period.
Is the company Vivo Sun or Vivio Sun?
Vivo,
Yeah.
Vivo Sun. Yeah.
Cool. I know who you're talking about. I was teasing you though, really, because I think you were saying it wrong, and as you're their sponsor, you probably should say it right.
You know what? That's funny because I took the box to my oldest daughter. I'm like, I'm good for fucking stuff. What do you think here? She's like, I don't know. I go bio video bio. I'm like, oh, you were no help. Thanks. All right. So I probably did butcher it all through the video.
Nice, wicked. That's funny.
At least it's right in the title, eh?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's kind of funny, really.
It's funny. I need a light, and I have been hammered for fucking. I mean, like every day, light companies, and then like as you've all described in the past, the next person from the same company again and again and again, and it's like I'm always really polite because one day I might want to go back. And it's curious that this week I was like, shall I go get a fucking... Anyway, I haven't yet, but it's funny that Eagle did.
It's, sadly enough, Green 13 is, I've been offered by better companies. I shouldn't say that. Other companies. I've been offered by other companies different lights in the past, and I've been like, no, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I've been down that road. I did that shit long before this. Long before this, I did that, and it got to be a little bit hectic. Too much. It got to be too much, even without doing the show. It got to be too much. But so I kind of fucked myself, I guess, because the time I thought about doing it, I didn't want to go back to like some of them and go, okay, I changed my mind.
How long? Yeah, right. Well, that
so
is
I
what
just
I would
answered
do if I had
emails,
to do
current
that.
emails.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long till it's over and they leave you alone? I know you may not know that, but what's the contract or whatever?
Oh, I do know that. I do know
Okay,
that.
cool. Right.
4 months, once a week, updates.
Okay.
They initially wanted 8 months, weekly updates. Actually, they wanted their name in
I heard you
link
say that. That's
and like
funny.
these. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not.
Replace
I said,
every light in the room and we maybe can have, a conversation, but
No, not even at that point. I'd just do it better. I'd do more updates. I'm not mixing the two. I'm sadly enough, I guess I am right now. Already breaking the rule right now. But it is good. But yeah,
I just been actually offered by someone. This is the first time since I've been gaining popularity, probably thanks to your show. But yeah, I got someone wanting to give me soil, test it for them.
thanks to your fucking wickedness, Stoney. Exactly, your awesomeness. Brother.
But I've actually got Miss Jill's genetics. Miss Jill contacted me and she sent me out some seeds to test for her. So I guess I'm officially testing for her now, which I've never done that before. So I'm excited about that. I got a bunch of her stuff anyway, so
Wicked, man.
Should be fun.
Seed testing's hateful, but some people like it.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't been demanding or anything. She just wants me to post an update, which I do anyway. So it's not even like I'm going to be doing anything that I don't do. So as long as that, you don't go selling the stuff and making your own crosses and shit like that. But that to me would be the obvious ethical thing.
So you got cuts of her latest one coming out? So
I got seeds.
No, I know, but in a few months you'll have the cuts ready to go.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
are you looking to buy, Smiley?
Like 20 bucks. I'm just laughing because
You guys, that's horrible. That's
I would
horrible.
never do that. I'm joking. I would never.
I know. Smiley's playing too.
I know.
Smiley's playing.
that does
I know.
happen all the time, man. That's,
Oh,
funny.
I'm sure. I've had other guys contact me. I don't know who they are, just some guys, and then they're just like, I'm going to need you to update 3 times a week. I'm going to need 6 pictures. I need a description, the day, week. I need it laid out just like this. They send me a sample thing. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'll post pictures and just say what I think. And, I'll tag you and give you some props. And that's about it. I'm not going up, that's like a job now and you're not even paying me. And then on top of it, they're like, well, I need you to send me like $25 for shipping because, and to cover part of the seeds, because sometimes, guys just take the seeds and then they just disappear with them. And I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. Thanks.
yep.
Looking for 420 friendly models.
I've been getting a bunch of those too. That's funny. They must just be like blasting everybody's DM with that.
No, man. Only the handsome guys. Fuck off, Smiley.
Oh, I did feel
Everyone's
special.
DMs,
No, I did. I
man.
did feel really special until I found out that bitch said that to every other person.
Yeah.
She made me feel really special for a minute. I'll say that. I was like, really? Me? A model? Wow. Kind of daydreamed off into the distance for a minute.
Zoolander.
Yeah.
Were you like Zoolander after that?
Yeah. Sucking my cheeks in.
Hey, Rez.
So what do you guys think?
I try not to.
So I'm late to the conversation, but I'm guessing
Wow.
you've been asked to be a 420 model too.
Yeah. That's just because I'm handsome and I'm special, Eagle. They wanted just me,
They wanted a grandpa.
right? Nobody else.
Hey, Eagle, what kind of humidity do you run around your the area where you do your curing? Or you just put a lot of moisture inside?
I think he froze up. Either that or he's holding a stinking face for
For his model. It's
Way
for his
too
model. It's for his model front page.
right. That's what I'm gonna reply. No, I don't want the job, but you need to hit up Eagle. He's your man.
Hey, that scroll page.
Yeah, he can't even respond right here, you know.
It's like those free drawings or whatever where you got to like enter your name at events or whatever, and put your name and phone number down, shit, contact info for a drawing, like your name and somebody else's contact info. And shit. And they get all the fucking mail from it.
That's funny. Have you ever done that?
No.
I have.
No,
Back in the day? Oh, yeah. I filled out quite a few names, man.
never would do that. It was just a joke.
No, I did do it. It was a joke. They weren't happy. Especially those sweepstakes things. When you send those in, man, they don't stop.
No, those are forever.
Yeah. It's like getting a tattoo.
I won a Miss Pac-Man machine through the Roy Rogers game back in the early 80s. They either just never wanted to give the prize out, or my mom came in the truck and said, "Don't bring that here, take it somewhere else." It never told me. I could see that happen. I actually did. My dad went to Roy Rogers right down from his work and collected the pieces every day because it was like a meal he liked. It was a sandwich that was good when Roy Rogers was good at a decent time, and had coupons. He got coupons out of the paper. Everything was about saving and money. If you're going to show but that's what he did. Now he came home and he always gave me the stickers, and I filled them out. And I went one day. I was like, I got every one of these. I was like, look at this. I got them all. And they were like, no. I was like, yeah, look. Sent it in. Nothing. Nothing happened. So if you're out there, whoever makes that, I still want it. Send it over. I don't want the Game Boy. I don't want one I got to hold my hand. I want the joysticks. That ain't gonna break, I like Pac-Man. I like the tabletop one. That's the one I like better.
Yeah, I was gonna say those were my favorite too. I was gonna say get the tabletop one if you have a choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We used to sit. We had one in the Tasty Freeze in town. There was the Tasty Freeze had that and Galaga. And a friend of mine, he's still a friend of mine. He was the owner at the time. So you could sit there and eat, get before a basketball game or whatever sport you played. Only half a mile from school, get something to eat before your game. Sit there and play Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
That was the big thing to do in my town. That was the only restaurant we had.
We just had like a local little hot dog place that had Space Invaders and Asteroids. for like
It was
Yeah.
a better
20
time,
years.
man.
Space Invaders. No, I think they probably had that. We had a pizza shop. We had a pizza shop, yeah. Yeah. What else was good? What was the other big ones at that time? That would have been a Centipede.
Centipede, yeah. Oh man.
There was a bunch of in my area on the East Coast.
Tetris.
Frogger.
Frogger, yeah. There's certain times where there was a collection of them you would find in like restaurants like that.
Yeah, right. The Nintendo ones, or they had Sega had their own. So yeah, you had like 3 or 4 of them.
Are you talking the sit down ones where there was like controllers
No.
on each side?
Stand up controllers, man.
Yeah.
Those were like the bowling alley ones where you could sit down at them and shit.
Yeah, the glass top. Yeah, that's what we had in the
those.
restaurant. You could eat on top of it, man.
But those came out a little bit
Same
later
with
on.
games.
That was high tech, man. When those came out, that was
No.
like, wow.
I think my
Integrated it into a table.
My dad owned a bar for a little bit, and our favorite game that he had at the bar, there's a couple ones, Midway basketball and Golden Tee golf were good, but the one that we just broke the shit out of from playing so much was Area 51. That was my favorite arcade game.
That was
Bowling
probably
alley. I like bowling.
Area 51 wasn't even invented when we grew up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who was it?
no, man. I'm a Pong guy, dude. We had Pong. It was possible to play it.
Yeah. Pong.
Back in the time of Area 51 when that all first came out, other countries used balloons to deliver stuff into this country. There's bombs that are still being found on the different places around this thing that were brought in by balloons. They brought all kinds of stuff in by balloon. It's something else, but that started from a damn balloon from Russia. That one there, but that particular one.
Google's got high flying balloons right now that they're using.
For what?
They say it's to extend the internet. But the funny thing is they fly at 60,000 feet. But the funny thing is they're always grouping around certain areas when things are going on, so it doesn't seem like they're actually doing that.
Spy balloons.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Maybe.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It'd be relatively easy to take down by an enemy, I guess. I've been on a commercial flight at 50,000, so.
Yeah, I've never even seen one.
Doesn't have much evasive power towards a jet.
I think the only
you just take one of those ones that runs faster than anything now. You just all right, fly by all the balloons.
Yeah, catch them all, right?
You see, that's pretty wild. Like with Israel, you see some of the night shots where they were launching the missiles and they had the defense system like taking out the missiles in air or whatever. That's pretty amazing too.
Looks
man.
like Toy Town, man. It don't look real. It's like what?
But can you imagine being
Iron
in the
Dome.
city and that happening above you? That'd be insane, man. Like that'd be so wild. Just like, boy, I hope those don't get through. I don't know. I can't imagine you'd go about your normal business though, would you? I don't know. It'd be different.
No, I think everybody's in bomb shelters right now.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a different
How
way.
could you go about your day?
Glad
Yeah, how
that's
could you
not
go about
like-
your daily?
I'm glad
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't
not
either.
here. That's all. That'd be scary.
I guess it's kind of like living in, if you're going to stay in that environment when the world's still like that, I guess it's kind of like living where there's black mambas everywhere. You just know that you could get struck at any time, but you want to pay attention to what you're doing.
I remember taking a walk with my wife and child when COVID first hit, and we were walking over stiles, and we were not touching the stile. And it's really difficult to walk over a stile, without like putting your hands down. That we were so freaked out or so not in the know that we wouldn't even touch, you know, things out in the country. But a year and a bit on, it's like, just don't give a shit, really. Obviously things have changed, but like so much more in the know, lived with it so long. So go about your daily business. Depends how long it goes on, right? Because in the end, it'll be like, oh, look, bombs again. Missiles, not bombs.
Anything like that will go along as go on. Well, I won't go into that. It's just cause and effect. It's just the cause of what everything started from. So I won't go into it. What man does, what somebody else was saying earlier before I jumped on about where I was listening to it. People use situations that they see for their own agenda to bring another benefit. So if everybody's out for money and they see something that's called a cause called bringing an effect, they're like, okay, we're going to bank on that. What do we got to do to make more money on that, right? Just write a movie about it, and then the next year, that person who we wrote the movie about would be killed, and we got to make sure this guy dies. And to follow over that, this person over next year got to be connected to that. So all life works like that. So there's
The only people who made any money in the gold rush sold shovels.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a fact.
There you go. Cause and effect, man. Hey, there's gold. How do we get it? Here you go. I got to tell you this.
Yeah, I got a shovel, but it cost me a lot of money to get it up here, dude. And so I'm gonna have to charge you a bit more on this one.
Or you're afraid to die. Here, I'll give you this. It'll keep you alive. You're in pain. They did it for years. Take these Oxycontin. It works in all kinds of fields. So, so it just try to keep from saying those words, you know. Don't want the bug picking up the bug. You know, so it just happens. You know, it's one of those things that cause and effect. You know, get people fearful, you can make money off fear.
Yep.
You know,
That's the number one thing how they make their money.
Yourself.
Fear and time.
I have no fear of death, so I mean, you're not afraid to die. You know, you're never going to die. Things change. Your attitude changes once you're not fearful of ever dying.
Yep.
Once you know an outcome, you know, once you know an outcome. So I've known I've had to do this certain thing, and I'm like, there's no way it's ever going to happen. But other things happen to get me to that point, and I knew I had to do that thing. Well, now I know in life, if I see something in my future that has to happen or I have to do, I know that between here and there, I'm bulletproof. I might go through a lot of shit, but I'm bulletproof.
Yep. Yep. I was just thinking about this today. It's crazy. That's funny. I was just thinking about this earlier.
So deja vu, for the rest of you out there who have to say, I had deja vu, just maybe rethink it about it like this. You saw it maybe in a dream before. And that's all I'll leave with that. So you can have a little something to think about. Because people think about it. What was it? You know, and everybody just relates it off to whatever. There's all kinds of theories that come up people will have to wish something away. But now if you know it might have been a dream, if you'll think about it more, you might put it together more, and you might learn something else that will give you more truth in life.
Yeah.
I mean, Red Pill's like, he's talking in parables again, damn it.
No, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking going back, I was going to make a call back to what we were talking about. Sometimes there's insight with crazy people. It didn't come off that good. Sorry.
I asked somebody about a month ago, and I explained it. I said to him, and I might have said this before, I said, what if there was actually, if you've ever read scripture, prophet or somebody or a multiple or even just one, somebody like that on the earth, and he really had stuff like that happen, and those things really worked, and it's for benefit of people in whatever way. what do you think people would think of that? You think they say they just think it's crazy. They lock his ass up. Guess what? There's a lot of people out there you probably find talking to yourself, and they're not talking to yourself. And whoever that happy person is who got put there by something that I've had experience with, hey man, if they're at peace, they're not like they're suffering. I would probably say they got to a place they needed to be to make it through life and not have to suffer. And I can't judge that. I don't get an answer from the Lord about somebody like that. So I don't judge the situation. He's happy and he's making it through life. If he was debilitated to the place where he couldn't enjoy life, he couldn't be a part of life at all, I'd say there was something wrong with him. But otherwise, man, getting through this life, because everybody'd like to get through this life, know there's an end, and not have any pain. That person right there sounds like he's not even noticing pain, right? So that'd be a pretty good thing. I'd like to not notice some of my pain. So that's why I smoke weed, so I don't notice some of my pain.
A lot of people, that's what turns a lot of people off. And I'm not in this camp. I don't believe this. I'm just saying this because I've heard people say it, that they use that as an excuse why there isn't a God. If there was a God, he would just make all the suffering end. You know, he wouldn't let little babies die from a gunshot from a stray bullet in a drive-through or something like that. It's always an excuse like there's too much suffering. If God was real, he'd do something about it.
So maybe that comes back to your theory, that concept you were talking about where you choose to come. So maybe it's like, all right, well, if you want to go, you're on your own. This is the stuff you're gonna encounter.
We think of, like you said, time. It's irrelevant to whatever realm God exists in. So that time that we're in between now is the result of that, if you want to believe, you know, from the Garden of Eden standpoint, eating that fruit is what pretty much cursed us or put us in this state that we're at now. That was the choice we get. We get to make our own choice and we get to suffer the consequences for it. And then I don't want to go the whole New Testament and then Jesus and him saving us from all that in the first place, but basically the whole summed up story. But we're in the state that we're in now, the world of suffering, because that fruit was eaten. That's what it did. That's why we're like, don't eat it. But we're like, nah, I think I'm going to eat it anyways. And then boom, that's what you get.
That's also why, you know, the fall of man in the creation story there, the fall of man actually came through one man, and the salvation also comes through one man. So that's the other tie of how that story does tie back together.
And see what they don't teach, Red Pill, and I use this because it is who I am. There's a story in this book of Acts, and they're together, and there's a group of people sitting around. They're one mind, right? They're talking about one thing. They believe one thing. They're in one accord, right? And they're praying. And a prophet named Agabus stands up, and he says there's going to be a drought in Judea. So what they know, there's a drought coming. There's going to be a famine. There's a famine coming, right? There's a famine coming. So they get funds together. Good people don't have to be told to give if there's a problem. Somebody stands up to there can be a problem. They see it beforehand. They send the money to help, right? So after Jesus, you can find things out that are going to happen, so you can help people before they even happen.
I don't know it well enough to maybe, you know,
I'm saying
more than me.
I say that because you'll see that people will see those things in their life, and nobody's ever told them why it's happened. You know,
right. Exactly.
You can see, how did you know that was going to happen? You said that 2 days ago, talking about something like this. That person has no idea they have a gifting. That was a gift given to them by the Creator to help people, not just be something so they can say, hey, I can write a book and make money. Hey, I can get on TV and do this. I can do this. I can do that. I'll punch you in the damn mouth. So I'm not I'm Jesus running through the temple. You're a preacher for money. I'll pick up the thing and run through the temple and run your damn ass out.
So
just to cover it though, it was a bit of a dick move, wasn't it? here's this fruit, but nah, you can't have it. It's like having a button and writing "do not push." It's like definitely going to push it. Still would now, even though I know about the serpent and all that stuff. You know, it's like, well, do you like apples?
What was that? Like what?
I
Well, it
do
does
like
bring-
apples.
I guess it does bring valid question though too, because there's the thought of, you know, are humans born intrinsically evil or mischievous, or are we born in naturally good? You know, and that's kind of a back and forth question. But I guess the easy answer for me is, have you ever observed a 2-year-old? And they're not inherently good. they don't by that
No.
by natural. So yeah,
But they are inherently trusting.
True.
Okay? And they are
Yeah.
inherently wise. If you'll listen to a child, you'll really listen to a child, you'll hear things come out of a child's mouth and be like, what did you say?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Because they speak with the truth. They hear truthfully.
That's what the meaning between Heavenly Father, though, is, right? We're supposed to do as our Father as you would want our sons to do to their father, right?
Yeah, well, that's why when the whole story gets told, because the whole story was messed up by a large group out there that uses Jesus' name. I'm not going to use their label, right? I'm not even going to give them any credit by using the name that they've put on their building. They distorted it, right? Men distort things. We know this, right? We all know men distort things. Men distort things for gain. They were doing that when Jesus showed up. That's what he did when he made the quarter and drove them out of the temple, because they were selling sacrifices which were actually to him, because Jesus is the creator. So, but he called it his Father's house because he was created in a man's image, because there is a family. It's all about family. He created us to have family.
Well, that was the whole, and the father thing too. He made a connection. You're not. Your father is the devil. That's what he told those people.
He told them because they were liars.
Yeah.
He said, if you lie, you practice lying, you practice deceit, you talk like your father. Doesn't mean you have to stay like that. It means you've never been told, or you just fell into this wicked mindset that makes you a liar. And it's not, as I've said it before, it's not the liar that says the guy's running through the neighborhood with a gun and where's that guy? I can shoot him. And you say, I don't know. That's a righteous lie. If that guy's just trying to kill somebody, I have no idea. I didn't see him. You stay back there. You know what I mean? That's a righteous lie. It ain't nothing. But it's when you're just trying to be deceitful, when you lie for whatever reason. There's no life in it. So you can't be truthful. So that's why every liar goes to a certain place, because they die with that attitude. Yeah, so it's a father, right? So watch this. If you're a father, any good father, if they have to discipline their child, and you're going to discipline your child, and you want to do it in love, right? Does it with a goal in mind of growth. So when the first fall happened, came with a promise that it would be restored and he'd take care of it. But now you got to live and work the land because you went after something with your eye. There's only 3 things that really tempt man: lust of the eye, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Lust of the eye. I can have and do whatever I see and do whatever I want with it. If it's yours, I can have it. Oh, you got it? I want it. I can have it. Lust of the flesh. I can do anything with my body. I can destroy it anywhere I want. I don't have to give it any honor. I can abuse it. And I'm guilty. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of any of these things. Never been. And pride of life is what you see in every tower story and every flood story, is we can do this on our own, collectively, as a people. If we come together, we can do it. It goes back to what happened to the Israelites when they went into their land. He said, just this. He said, I'm not going in with you because you didn't even act or talk like you, all the goodness I've done to you. So I'm not going in. He said, but when you get in there and you're blessed and you got the land and you see all the goodness, just remember, don't sit back and say, I did it by yourself. Self-made man. It's a dangerous word. It's a dangerous live in that there's no credit. That's why when I hear breeders talk, I will give any breeder seeds. I get the respect that he has put into that craft that he's done because it's who I am, right? But none of them, or most of them, are going to find one day if they don't see the truth. And I hope they all do, that they've been not giving the credit to the ultimate breeder, right? Who gave them life and doesn't see. And people always turned off about what they've seen. This guy's a hypocrite. That guy's a hypocrite. Jesus had to deal with it all the time.
Steve?
They tried to throw his ass off the cliff. He'd do something good, and they'd be like, "You called yourself God," and he just killed 5 people or whatever. And it's like they don't care. They just don't want their money taken away. Those people are all about money. And who do you see out there in faith? They say they're in faith with Jesus. They want your money. I'm not talking about money so you can just help your neighbor. They're asking for it, begging for it. It's ridiculous, but we see it in every sign of life. So it's just a pattern. You can see the patterns of. I could sit here and talk about all the things bad in the government, all the things bad in the cannabis regulation, in the police, and whatever. But it all has a cause because they don't know they have a purpose. And if your purpose was to help your neighbor, love your neighbor, you wouldn't have all the other problems. And if you knew that there was a father that was looking out for you and you didn't have to worry about all that stuff, oh man, life becomes so peaceful when you know you have a father who has your back. And I can tell you, I have arms. It's much longer than my criminal record. I got arms and legs and things worth a list. So all the goodness that the Lord's done for me that I can write down. I don't go back and quite quote Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John for their miracles. I can tell them because it's not supposed to be coming out of me. It's supposed to come out of you collectively. You collectively. Jesus loved everybody and saved everybody. But the problem is when you hear it and you say, I don't want that seed. I want to go lust of the flesh, lust of the eye, pride of the life. You resist the truth that loves you, wants to give you a higher life. And it makes life difficult and still a struggle because he's trying to get you to the place where you see that. So it's not a struggle. And then when all the same stuff comes because it rains on the just and the unjust in this time frame right now, it's like, wow, that came, but I'm not thinking about it like my neighbor who doesn't know the truth now, that everything's going to be okay. Because it's fear of death. Fear of death. Jesus said, I came to take away fear of death. If that's the only thing that you ever hear out of my mouth, is that it's not about going into a building. It's not about giving money. It's not about anything that most people have seen Jesus portrayed as. It's about loving your neighbor as yourself. And then you go into the scripture to find what he's saying to you. And then you go to somebody more experienced to ask questions. And then you go back to your father, like you go to school. I didn't go home and ask my parents questions, right? So I didn't learn when I went to school. But somebody who did and said, hey, can you clarify this more? Can you teach more on this? Can you show me more about it? Man, you'll get answers. You'll be like, what? How did I know that? How did that bill get paid? How did that person's not sick anymore? And I prayed they're not sick anymore. That's the one that's my favorite. They're sick or they're pain, they're not sick anymore. That one there just like makes my heart go, oh man, I saw it again. It's not for me. It wasn't for me, it's for them. You know? So anyway, I can talk like that.
Well, one I was going to mention it a while back. I could probably go back and I could probably go back and read it because this was like 2019, a lot of bad shit that's happened in the world since for everyone. And Habakkuk, you know that name?
Yeah.
Habakkuk, yeah.
Yeah,
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk. Yeah,
Habakkuk.
yeah. I can't-
Habakkuk.
That's the way I'm pronouncing it anyway. I can for
Yeah.
sure somebody else pronounced it.
That was a story I was talking to another buddy, and then he told me about that. He's like, look up
Sorry,
that.
brother. I'm going to duck out. Love everybody. Have a great day. Sorry, brother.
Hey man,
Yeah.
see ya.
Peace out.
That was I'm talking about. See, I can't see the picture. That was GMO, right?
Mhm.
Green 13. Who the hell was it?
That was
Sorry,
Green
man.
13.
Yeah, that was Green 13. He ducked out.
Habakkuk, yeah.
Mhm.
You'll see, you can go back through all those and track history by man's written history separate from scripture, right? And the best thing to do is not listen to a lot of preachers in the way to do it. You talk to somebody say you're talking to the man in your head. You know, I'm not even sure I'm hearing anybody right now, but he said my sheep will know my voice. So there must be a reason the time changed and actually changed from before Christ, after Christ, almost 2,000 over 2,000 years ago. You know, BC, what we used to call it now, before Christ, after AC, but it's something different we call it now. And that's another thing in Scripture. All those things you'll see in history are laid out in history, and every person brings another piece to the puzzle. That's why when you see a preacher stand up front, I'm not against that totally, but that's not the way it's supposed to work. And that's not even the way it's said it's supposed to work. You're supposed to walk in with whatever good thing happened to you that week, whatever you want to get off say something that's encouragement, or you want to say to that person, encourage them, they were down, you know, were they mourning? Do you have word, something that the Lord said? Do you have scripture you want to open up and read? And you can have all of that stuff. Something's going to say something that's going to benefit somebody because it's truth and it's love and it was your real life and it was supposed to be a family. You know? That's why they got chewed out for like drinking the drink before everybody showed up. You know, and then they make it into a whole another teaching about this. It's like, no. He was just telling them, you guys drank everything and didn't even share with the ones who had nothing, and you ate everything and you got drunk before the people who didn't have anything showed up. You say that's communion. He didn't write it down. They didn't write that way, but Paul was saying this. You're acting like idiots. You know, he had to do that to Peter, who walked with Jesus, and Paul didn't come till later. He had to rebuke him later. So, dude, you're acting like a hypocrite. We point those things out to say everybody's fallible, and it's the reason everybody can make a mistake. To think I can fix myself out of a situation that I didn't create for eternity, no, it's life. Jesus is life. I mean, I don't deserve, by my standards that I've judged people on, that I've had to correct the way I think, because I shouldn't judge people that way. I have no reason to still be alive sitting here. I have no reason to be, I have no reason to be a lot of things sitting here. To have the privilege to talk to you, to share that with you. Because if it wouldn't have been for him saving my life, and I'm talking dramatically, time after time, because of the lifestyle I led, whether it was drugs, whether it was accidents, whether it was my own wanting to end my own life, different times in my life, all kinds of stuff. You know, I mean, just supernatural stuff. We go, there's no way, you know. And so and then you see something. So I just tell people, ask. You know, most people know. You know, but it's a freedom that comes knowing that you're never going to die, because every man is born once, but some people die.
And just us talking about this, now we're in the book of life, right?
Well, yeah, everybody's written in the book of life until they reject the gospel. And I can't say right now, I know the scripture says you're going out of it right then because you're still alive. And if you're still alive, you're alive for a reason. That means I think you still got a purpose and a chance to change your mind. You know, I'm not going to be I can be a fire. I was trained by fire and brimstone preachers that I have to make a conscious effort not to be a religious, hypocritical prick. I have to make a conscious effort because it was programmed into me. And if I start talking to you like a religious prick, I can guarantee you my father will backhand. Just so you see it. I'll have to come back and say this happened because it's that real. I mean, he's that loving and kind. So if you follow after goodness, if you out there are loving, you're kind, you're not into. I'll just go right now. Just you love your neighbor, and you want to know truth, and you seek after truth, right? Then I believe that you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
But because for 2,000 years, well, actually probably about 1,700 of it, 1650, whenever the Council of Nicaea was, right? You've been under a lot of trickery, and the Lord's about grace upon grace. The number 55 and number 5 is grace upon grace, because the lies have twisted people's minds, and because by religious people, so there's a grace in it, you know. But if you're just wicked, evil, and you're just hating everybody and you're hating everything, you might be cussing me right out there in chat right now, but not saying anything about it. Yeah, I would not die in that place, in that situation. I would find peace in your heart. With whatever.
There's a whole thing to that. You have such a connection with God that a lot of people who purposely went out of their way to do a lot of shit, not just like one single thing, but a lot of shit to purposely disconnect themselves from that because they listened to the opposite end of that force. So they got convinced to do that. But it's just not something that you can easily tear the tether away from. You have to really make yourself an evil person.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that I can share. I mean, like I've said it before, I'm one step away from, you name a bunch of the false prophets, the guys you look like on TV. I mean, I'm one step away. I mean, the person I'm friends with is in personal contact with them all the time, right? Some of them still travel with one of them, right? So I was that close to being into the system where I could have been, but I was never. It was always like this.
Yeah.
You need to stay back away from us. Stay back. And it was what? It was a blessing. So some people out there, it's been great that I now have $20 million, $30 million. You're taking your damn money, being a thief because of the miracles that first started that I'd later have to fake because the power would no longer be coming out. It'd come out at first, but as soon as the money come in, I start being a liar. It all be a fake shit.
I guess that's the the tangible thing you get out of that, and I think of, I can name a lot of people throughout history, but the number one person I think of with this kind of, the ability to tap into that and get whatever his karma's received out of that is Elon Musk. I don't know what he's doing when, he's not on his phone or no cameras are on him or that kind of shit, but it's got to be a commitment to be the world's richest man and have the ability to colonize Mars, supposedly. You got to be tapped into some weird ass shit to be that powerful.
I'll say this much that I think I know, because Scripture says the enemy is the prince and power of the air, and we're on the airways right now. So if you're a billionaire, there's a very good chance every time your name comes up, it goes into your own little algorithm. You have people who go through it. So if I'm going to talk about Elon Musk, I'm just going to say, hey, Mr. Musk, could you not use child labor in Africa? I would appreciate it. Or any slave labor, Chinese or any of them.
Now I feel like addressing Elon Musk as a magical genie. And what wish would I like? You can grant one wish for me. Come on, Elon, make it happen.
Johnny, you're host of the show, I believe. Eagle has said it kept kicking him out. I don't know if you're seeing anything pop up on your screen or not. Or he's muted. But I'm gonna check out. You're muted too, Johnny.
You're muted, John.
Oh man, we passed 120 and I didn't even hear anybody say cheers.
Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
didn't.
Yeah, I went past.
Yeah, I took my hit back then, but
I was running and running and running. My mouse was running.
yeah. Yeah, so actually I think we ought to probably close it down because
Is Eagles locked? Are you still locked, Eagle?
yeah,
he-
Eagle's not here.
He keeps getting kicked out for some reason out of the show. Like he's logged in a few times and then he texts me so it keeps bouncing him out. So
Yeah, so his service out there is kind of messed up right now.
yeah, he's been having real gremlins with that lately.
Smiley. Guard's looking good,
So-
man.
Thanks, Russ. You too.
Yeah,
man.
it is. Yeah, it
I think
completely.
it needs a few more leaves in there though. Looks kind of bare.
Yeah. I actually took a shit ton of them out of there tonight. So
I can't do
it's
that.
way bare now. But I had to. They got to slow down. They're way too big. I had to slow them down. I don't like doing it always, but there's definitely purpose and time for all that. So
I'm gonna do 2 or 3 of those moose and lobsters that are in the 1 gallon and 3 gallon right now. They're about 2 foot. I'm actually gonna do a straw. I'm gonna put the bottom layer up, measure them until I get them hot, put a bottom layer up, and just take the tops, bend them over, slide them under the straw, let it come back up so it comes back up just like this. And I'll take the branches and separate them.
I kind of do that, Rez. I actually like when they're real tall and they get real tall on me, I'll slide the pot further out of the square and then I lean the plant over like on a 45 and then I can set the scrog over it and fish all the branches through and kind of shove the pot under it a little bit to bring them up into it, you know?
Yeah.
Those are like
See,
emergency
they bend
measures.
so easy. Here, before you get off and everybody else can see here, I'll show you.
Those look nice to me. Thank you.
These are the ones I cut in January. These are the ones I cut in January. Oh, I probably can't. I ain't got enough light. Hold on a second. Or it's the wrong color light. It's what it is. Dr. Green Thumb. Whoa.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. That's...
1 gallon. It's ready to go up. I think I fertilized it once, so it's. See, but I can just take these right here, even now. See, I can just take these. It'll start moving the cube in there, you know. I'm figuring about right here, probably where it's going to bend. I can do it more, you know. I could even take it. Well,
so you could take. So the style I'm doing, just to kind of compare, if you wanted to, Rez, is just take the top 4 leaves off all the top branches there. So
look at that, it's already. Look at there already.
So you could strip that top third, and all those lower branches will come up.
No. I'm gonna bend as many. I'm gonna bend as many up into the holes as I can, even if I gotta do the knuckling then to get them twisted where I want them. And then I'm gonna come back like after 3 or 4 days, and anything that's not up growing fast, then I'll cut them.
I'm not saying to cut the tops. I'm saying to take the top 4 leaves off from each of the top branches, and then the lower branches will come up to meet those. So wherever the height is on that top one, if you keep pulling them leaves off the top, that'll stay right at right at that height. And then
that's how I kept them this big.
And it'll come up like a candelabra. It'll be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I got one. I got that. Well, I got 2 in here. I got this one here. I like this one a lot. There's a big one like this. Smaller version. This one. Neither one of these 2 here. No, these weren't topped. Look at that. That's not topped.
Yeah.
Look at that. See?
Topped itself.
But I'm a pretty big advocate for working that training style, just because, especially if you're going to scrog, man, you're going to have so many of them lower branches coming up to that scrog. It definitely yields a lot more, in my opinion. Even
I have
over it seems to.
I have the big one in there, man. I have the big one in there, man. That was right on my face. And it's probably, this is probably about 22 inches up to here from the pot. That one in there is about about 3 feet from the pot. Man, opening those up, so nice. And
What strain is that?
This is Salmon River here. And this is what I thought was the bubble leaner, which I think now is the 50-50. And I think I've read the bubble leaner. So everything coming out of my flower room, even the early stuff, is like, wow, man. Really, it's really good smoke. I mean, the 35-day stuff is what I've been smoking for the last 2 or 3 days, man. You can't tell I'm kind of fake.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they look good, man. They definitely do. I'm gonna hop out though. I gotta get up a little.
Yeah. I actually.
Yep.
If I regret the scrog,
Yeah.
I say Eagle warned me.
Yeah. They can be a battle, that's for sure. But all right,
See you,
guys.
brother.
Have a good one, man. It's always good talking with you. Thanks, Rez.
Take care, Smiley.
Red Pill.
Good night, Smiley.
Have a good
All
one.
right, Smiley.
Here's my testers. I just had them in my pocket. You can see it. Mendel Perps crossed with Jilly Bean.
Ooh.
Billy Bean.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be good.
Oh, I could already tell, man. I've been dying to get the Jilly Bean. You know, that's funny because that's how I actually contacted her like a year ago, asking her if she's going to put the Jilly Bean back out because it was hard to find. And I was actually looking for feminized because I didn't want to dick around with the 5 plant count. You know, I don't want to be screwing around with males and throwing half my shit out or all of it. She said she didn't have it. She was going to put it out sometime in the spring. So I was contacting her a little bit about that. She did put out some Jilly Bean crosses and stuff, which I think I picked up the Indiana bubblegum cross with Jilly Bean.
Wow.
So, yeah. And
What's cross with Jilly Bean?
I got Indiana bubblegum cross with Jilly Bean, and then this Mendo Perps, my tester pack. I got to start testing. I'm gonna run these, document them. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It's kind of cool. Get some good genetics and have some fun.
I've never had Jelly Bean. Every time I hear the name, I'm thinking when I smoke it, it better taste like jelly bean.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I had it years ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of how I started looking to find that strain. When I started growing, I'm looking for skunk. I'm looking for OG Kush, the original, and then then Jilly Bean was on my list too. And so finally I got my hands on some stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
I got a few Jillies in my garden right now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Have you grown them out before?
No, this is the first time I grew it. I grew it with everybody when they were growing with Eagle.
Oh,
back in September you started those.
I cloned that out, and I probably got 4 or 5 that are coming through clones.
Now are that's your clone? You kept one mother?
Yeah, I'll be No, I I clone off of each clone.
Okay.
So I don't mother. I use my clones as the receptacle.
You just keep
to create
recycling
another
them.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take a clone off, keep the clone, grow the mother, and then if it's not any good, you just don't keep. You don't have to keep a big plant then.
Yeah.
Right. So
pretty
you'll
much how-
veg it out when you get close to flipping. You'll cut a couple of clones, flip the flower, and then start growing your clones out, vegging them.
Yep.
When they get ready to go.
I'm getting better at
With the new
killing.
sand technique, it's no problem either.
Yeah.
I just dropped 50 seeds in water, and I put 50 seeds of one strain in water. 48 sunk in 24 hours. The 2 I popped in my fingers. They probably were still good, but I didn't plant them. I stuck those 48 in the damn blue paper towels. So I couldn't see on the other side as well. I wasn't taking real. I didn't think they were growing that far underneath. Some of them had tails on them after being in there for 2 days, like an inch and a half long. So I broke a bunch of tails. So I just went, you know what? I'm not planting them all. I'm just gonna plant. I'm picking 20 out of here. So I'm like, I picked 20 out of. There was 44 of the 48 I opened, and of the others that didn't open, I stuck in a pot. Now the other 3 are open outside. But there's 3 more that came up out of dirt. I found buried, you know, and but so there's 20 of them in there, and then I'm gonna have to pick out of that because I'm not gonna let if they don't all keep up, you know, after being 2 inches tall, I'm gonna be like, all right, you're out of here, or I'm just gonna have to wait and see because I've never grown them, so I may grow them the whole way up. But there's only like, see, I've never done that. I've watched everybody do it, and I've done it when I was younger, the paper towel technique. You know, I just never have seen the purpose in it. You know,
Yeah.
it was the easy way to do it when you were starting or trying to get him out a little bit early. If you were using fluorescence, if you're going outside, and it was just a way to it satisfied that, oh, I got something coming. It's like like a dopamine rush or whatever they want to call it. You know, like a hit, taking a hit. You're like, oh, I see something. Oh, I got life. It gives me hope that they're going to grow. And I might get some candidates, and I'm going to buy candidates. You know, so it was always that intrigue. You know, it was always a little bit of a rush to it. You know, you're breaking the law. I shouldn't be doing this. All that added to it. But anyway, and they're coming up good, but I don't know. I did it because I had a couple of times where it's like, oh, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have got that freaking soil all wet. You know, Steve never came up. You know, I sat here for 5 days and made sure the top of that thing stayed wet. You know, or 10 days. Some seeds will take longer. You know, some, you know, especially if they're fresh. You know, they'll take longer.
You know, I've also seen when they're not on the same pace, like you get early ones to sprout and ones that are slacking behind it. I've also seen a lot of times those slackers, not too long a time, catch up to the ones that they were behind. They're on the same leaf set, they're on the same height. I don't know if that's where I got the light, you know, elevated to. It's doing
These
that.
are all growing the same except for the 2. But in their defense, when I pulled them out of there, I made holes, still an inch deep, not an inch and a half, down into the soil and threw them down and buried them with the shell was an inch deep. The shell top was an inch deep and had to push the shell off before it could get out of the soil. Because if you're somebody who wants to see a plant grow and you think that soil is junk or sand or whatever, put it in there and make sure the shell doesn't come up. And that plant will survive for the first couple of weeks just off the nutrition of the shell. So what's that adding to the benefit of a plant growing all the other stuff? You know, I don't know. I know grow a seed out of nothing just because of the shell.
Yeah, I just had this. I had I planted actually the plant on the back left, and there's a very little one I just showed coming out of the pot. I planted that seed and that seed at the same time. This guy sprouted, the other one didn't. So I left it for a week and I planted the other one that's in there in the same pot with the old seed that didn't sprout because it didn't sprout, and I just left it and I just stuck the other one in it. That one sprouted up a week later. So now I'm like almost 3 weeks in. That first seed I put in sprouted and came up. And I got that little branch coming up. So yeah, kind of weird. Never had that happen.
Dig it out of there. Dig that bad boy out of there.
Well, it's just growing. It's just one little branch
Yeah.
coming up. That's it. I'm just letting it go.
Well, you'll find I've found now, and I know it anyway because when you buy $100 seeds, or even somebody gives me seeds that cost $120, I'm going to respect them like I spent $120 on them. When you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of them, it's like, okay, I don't want to waste any seed, but I don't want to waste any time either. So here we go, baby. Just throw them down and 50 at a time. Whatever comes up, the first strongest ones, they go in the ground, move on to the next. And that's the way it should be for everybody. I mean, you should have that many seeds.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to sacrifice some space to do it. Would I do a whole room like that again? Nah, probably not. No. I'd probably do that many plants again, but they'll be much smaller females. They'll be much shorter bonsai plants that I can let go, and I don't have to worry about picking a bud off. I like that idea too. But, doing a plant that starts at a foot, ends at 2 foot, a couple of branches. Have 20 of those in there, and put one male on those 20, and then you grow out 20 of each one of those, and then you check each one of those, and then you see if you got something that's worth keeping.
Yeah. Johnny, your garden's looking really nice, man.
Yeah, it
I don't know
is.
about that. It's actually kind of suffering in the back because I got some I got
You got a hurricane back there, man.
I like
From here, it
windy.
looks really good.
Yeah, well, these two here look pretty good. These are my bike seats by Miranda Family Farms. They sent those out to me so I could grow them for them.
Holy shit.
So, and they got a nice fruity smell to it, which is awesome. And I got a couple back there though that are in some Walmart soil. All right, I went there and I got some cheap soil because I was really hurting for some soil and I didn't have any money, so I bought that dirt. I bought that crap over there, and it really just makes the plants suffer.
Oh,
it just seems like they were always. It makes them suffer. It's like they were always struggling. They always had like they were lacking some kind of a nutrition of some sort. And I did what I could to it, but you can't help when you got bad dirt. So I'm gonna let them go as long as I can. I got them up directly up under the main light now, so we'll see if they change at all. If they don't, then I'll end up weeding them out at one point because I got a couple other ones that want to come in.
That's the nice thing about cloning, right?
Yeah, that's the thing about cloning is I can always get something to grow,
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I got a lot of seeds that I'm going through right now that are, most of them are some of my accidents that happened. So I got to run those right away just to see what happens, just to see if there's anything in just like 2 or 3 of them. So I'm running like 8 different ones that are, just kind of like accidents that I've got going through. But my next ones are going to be, they're going to be smileys and kazoo kush when I put those up.
I'll tell you, his gardens, I love, he posts those like storylines on IG of his garden.
Oh yeah. Is that amazing?
Man, I get a boner every time I see him. I'm like, man, he's probably sick of me commenting on it. Tell him, like, he's probably like, this dude's just totally kissing my ass or something. I'm not an ass kisser at all. But if I like something, I'll tell you I like it. I used to tell you if I didn't like something, I'd tell you I didn't like it, but I've changed my mindset a few years ago. And it's much nicer to tell people when their shit looks good, that your shit looks good,
right,
instead of being like, yeah, if it doesn't look good, you just don't say nothing, or even then, who are you to fucking judge? You don't know what those people are doing and what they're under, and what kind of pressures, or what their situation is. So
yeah, I'll show you a couple that I just got done taking down. I got them hanging over here. I'll grab one of them.
Yeah, I just took some plants down actually. I didn't go to bed till 8 o'clock this morning. I was taking down 2 plants.
I don't spend much time in my flower room anymore since I can't walk in and out of there real easy.
I basically live down here, so I'm kind of stuck in it.
I gotta
Ooh,
I got
that's
the
my
best way to
crazy.
do
That's
flower
my
room.
crazy hazy right there.
I can see the trichomes on that thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get in the light.
Nice.
It'll be better.
What's that? What'd you say?
Pretty-
Hazy? Crazy hazy?
Yeah, yeah. This is mine. One that is a mistake.
Yeah. Cool.
You know, from a
Mistakes
light.
do-
Yeah.
So it wasn't a mistake. Cause
Right.
and effect, right? Wasn't a mistake.
But it was a nice mistake. Oh, it looks like I broke the top one there. See that? Yeah, fell over.
I think Bob Ross used to call those happy little accidents.
Maybe it would have
Yes.
been a mistake if you threw
This
it
is
away.
definitely a happy little accident. Yeah, it's got a nice little smell to it. It's a haze strain that I don't know if it got anything else mixed into it, but it kind of had a light leak issue. So at the very end, it ended up giving me a flower.
Looks
How
good.
long
Caused
do those?
itself.
How long do those take
What was that?
to flower out? How long do those take to flower out? Those hazes.
This one here, I ran this for 9.5 weeks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
From
And
from seed?
no, these are all clone.
Oh, it's a clone.
But this, yeah, but it came from seed. But underneath, it purples out on the underneath. So
Okay.
this one probably
Oh,
could have
sure, that
went
was a
a
happy
little.
mistake.
Yeah, it could have went a little bit further, and it does get purple, like violet colors on the inside of the bud, which is kind of cool. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
grow
hang
some
this baby
small
back.
plants.
Yeah, I see that's in. I don't grow mine really big right now until I find something that I'm really, really impressed with. I'm not really, really impressed with this, but I do like it. You know?
That makes sense. I was
Yeah.
supposed to do that, but I just got overgrown. I got out of hand.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
I'm
got
dealing with-
carried away the other day too, Rez. I went a little bit, pop happy when I popped a few too many seeds. So
You can't
I'm
go in
working
my
through.
room, stand up. You got clothes on without messing something up. You got clothes on, and you got to stand. You got to walk around in my room. You got to tear the room up. So that means you got to go in the birthday suit. So it's a sticky situation.
All right. Well, on that account, I think
No, I mean,
I think I well
totally makes
I
sense,
do.
right?
Yeah, I do need to go to bed anyways.
I feel you.
Because I have a doctor's appointment in the morning.
That's so cool when his lights. So when his lights went off, everything changes in the whole area.
Yeah.
Because those lights blaring out of a tent or out of my room. If I was to open that door right
Yeah.
now.
What brand of tent is that, Rockefeller?
What'd you do? Move into a
guy
new
here?
building, man.
Mars
Yeah.
Hydro.
Hydro? Is that a 4x8 as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got enough
So
room behind.
is it like a 74 inches, right?
The height on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing's about. I think it's 80 inches. 82 inches. Yeah, something like that.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's like 7 foot something. So I mean, I'm just at 6 foot, and I got another almost foot here above my head, or maybe 10 inches. I don't know.
Yeah, mine's I think it's like a 70, 79 or something like that. Maybe
Yeah, it's probably
80.
the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get 7 foot plant in here probably, or 6.5 footer.
Yeah, I got it. Mine's a Vivison. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I don't miss the zippers. How's that? That's all I'll say. I don't miss the zippers anymore.
Believe
Well,
me,
you know,
it's
I'm
not
only
my
grown
fault.
in one little area, so I'm kind of, I want to have my veg and my flower in the same area, so I have to have it tended up so I can actually manipulate that light time. But
Well, it doesn't happen.
anyways,
As Spartan said, you can throw a bunch of pieces of plastic together if you really got to grow something. You can throw something together. For those out there beside you that don't have a tent, you can throw some.
oh yeah, black
Hey, you got to
plastic.
run, man. You want to get to bed.
Yeah,
we grew
I
in
definitely-
a tote with PS2 fans as intake and exhausts through there, and had two CFLs. Yeah. That's craziest thing I've improvised for a grow enclosure.
How about a washing machine? A clothes
Washing
washing machine.
There you go.
And using fans from a above the stove microwave.
Well, yeah, definitely do that. I've done that on tents. That would be a little overkill for this like 17 or whatever 20-gallon tote that we grew in.
Hey,
But, I
and
mean,
if you
literally,
get
like,
yourself a stackable. If you get yourself a stackable, you can dry right on top.
well, I've seen that too. I've seen someone, I forget what kind of fan they made for that, but yeah, they made
Really?
like a drying box. Like it was
Dryer.
something that you literally hang dry, like how people use their tents to dry in, but he made it out of a tote.
See this right here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to. I bought. I ordered. They might have came today. I didn't go up in front and check the.
This here was my first grow box that I built.
Okay, cool. Still got
And
it.
over here on the side, yeah, over here on the side, I got the fan from the
Nice.
for the vent of the yeah. Here, I'll turn it on. Look out, but oh, I don't have it plugged in.
So do you still use it to veg in?
No, I don't use it at all right now because I got everything set up over there. But this here was perfect for flowering a small plant in. I mean,
Nice.
the intake from this thing was, I mean, it was excellent with my little Spider Farmer 1000.
Yeah.
Man, it was, yeah, it was perfect. I
Wait a
grew
second.
some really
Now, how close could they get to the damn light in that thing?
pretty close
Wow.
Yeah. And this
because it was
little,
right on the floor because it doesn't have a base in it. The plants actually sit right on the floor. And if I wanted to, I could even build a base up to make it taller, you know. But and then I took a fan that broke, and I took the switch off of it and the cord, so that I'd have a switch and a cord to control it. And I've also got a plug on the inside so that I can have it set up for a fan, so that it works too. I mean,
Awesome.
for an extra light. I mean,
That's cool, man.
yeah. It was a good little unit when they needed it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna bow out. I'm going to bed.
Yep.
I'm shot.
Yep. It's
I
time to
appreciate
call
it.
yeah.
I think Red Pill has the reins there, don't you?
I don't know. I think I'm the
Tony,
one that has.
Yeah, I think you do.
Johnny,
Johnny.
Red. I'm out of here too, since Red's got it.
I think I had it.
Yep.
Eagle, if you're out there, man, I love you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Everybody out there in the chat.
Much love to you, Eagle. Appreciate you.
Do
Take
something
care
nice for
of us.
somebody. Acts of kindness, right?
Yeah.
That somebody always says. Acts of
You need
kindness.
the sign off, Johnny.
Yes.
Open the door.
Change lives
Be nice
Yeah,
to
'cause I-
people.
of your neighbor.
I don't know what happened
Love your
earlier because I
neighbor
came in the
like
chat and I saw all that stuff.
What I would do is act like you're the paper boy and go out on a little bike with a little basket and just go throwing joints to everyone in the neighborhood.
What
might not
neighborhood
be
am
a
I
good
going to
idea.
stand in? What neighborhood
Yeah,
am I
Well,
supposed to stand in?
Chef Anna is supposed to be in Las Vegas through.
Dude, that's a sore
Let's
subject.
see.
Johnny, I could have just visited you. My
Today,
fucking
tomorrow, and the 20th, I believe, are the, oh, and the 21st. So the 18th to the 21st is supposed to be here in Vegas doing a walkthrough and handing out stuff at Walmarts and different places.
Johnny, we could have hung out. I just
I don't
learned
like-
that my sister and my cousin were in Vegas and they didn't invite me. They went out there for some glass expo, which I would have loved to
Oh,
go to
dude.
myself. And, yeah. I didn't
Yeah,
get an invite.
anybody here in chat, if any of you fools come out here to Vegas,
Yeah.
shoot, look me up, man. We'll smoke. You know, there's a gentleman, TW. And,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Johnny Robot.
He
You're breaking
we
up.
hooked up. We
Breaking
swapped
up.
seats. We swapped weed. Uh-oh. All right, it's time to go, guys.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys later. All right,
To
everybody
be
bounce
continued.
out.
Love you guys.
Yep.
Bye
Take
bye.
care,
Everybody
guys.
bounce out.
Have a great
Okay.
day.
Adios.
See ya.
Peace. I don't know how to get out of here.
All right. Later, everybody. Peace and love always. Take care of yourselves. Be good to people. Love your neighbors like yourselves. Take care.